I'm crazy, just be making up different reasons for my nieces. From my day I pick enough to keep it up, but ain't no thing straight, cause ain't no reason for this money to stay. Like what you want, what you want. I got Jesus giving money, what you want. I've been sitting and pitching this for a reason to cry. So I'ma say I love you, but keep a look on my eye. Cause I can never really want you unless it's money or pride. So when I say I really love you, boy, just know it's a lie. Like I ain't mean it, I ain't mean it. I just need another reason for a sickness. Another bag, another season, another description, another feeling. Boy, God, I gave him a lot, but I keep.
Homie got a pump cause he got no. Homie stay trippin' cause I got no funds. Homie got a pump cause he got no. Homie stay trippin' cause I got no funds. Homie got a bump with ain't not fun. Boy, I got a bump with ain't not fun. Boy, I got a bump with ain't not fun. Boy, I got a bump with ain't not fun. Okay, now drop your bag, sass. I've been here from the start. A little snapback, homie, with a plug in his heart. Took these Billy Strum cards and now they rip me apart. Now they run around in circles like them kids in the park. Not afraid of the dark, there ain't no monster inside. I pray to Jesus Christ, homie, they just keep me alive. Why you keep it 53? Cause I've been wrestling with pride. I try to keep it like I'm Texas, got the South on my side. Girl, you know I'm a saint, so why you giving me hell? My uncle back up on the block and now they begging for bail. He always calling me for paper cause he know I'm the trail. Now I'm eating my McDonald's, I was fresh out of jail. Now I made it out of chunk, at least I know I'm up. Boy, thump, like my neighbors jump, up a pump. Boy, I bump in that Billy Strunk, he ain't know him, he ain't thump. He just grabbed the pump and made it go dumb. Got a pump cause he got no. Homie stay trippin' cause I got no funds. Homie got a pump cause he got no. Homie stay trippin' cause I got no funds. Homie got a bump with ain't not fun. Boy, I got a bump with ain't not fun. Boy, I got a bump with ain't not fun. Boy, I got a bump with ain't not fun.
I'm an airport baby, I'm too fly to count. Counting the cash, yeah, it's too high to count. I'm pretending with a fake, yeah, they too fake to doubt. Acting like they are what they not for their clout. They just suckin' my blood, they can love what you count. Flowing like water. Three with the smiles on the ops gonna pop. They all in the sewers and south in the clouds.
I'ma stay down till it's time, till it's time, till it's time. On the floor till it's cut, get with the pain till it's cut.
Got no paper, told him quit the pocket watching jeans, ripping at the seams, holding on some dead foes. Schizophrenic with the bag, listen to the money, nigga praying every day. Glad to say I was broke, tell him battle. Now I got my bands up, 1000 on the bill just to keep the pants up. Only on a real note, I couldn't fake what I've been doing. All my real ones know this nigga riding for his unit. 53, I'm throwing up, they see the G and I keep it tucked. Say she feelin' little nigga, try look. Say she love me for my smile, so I'm looking mean as mean. Seen his days squawking, so I'm keeping feathers plucked.
Boy, I got a bump with ain't not fun. Boy, I got a bump fun. Boy, I got a bump with ain't not fun. Boy, I got a bump fun.
I think he knows when I play with him like that, when I say to him like that, have my with him like that. I think he knows when I play with him like that, when I say to him like that, that he's coming right back. She's a provocateur, hands for a connoisseur. Weeks on Friday for sure. Tell the girls we're taking a detour. Give him milk, yeah. Give these boys help, yeah. She does it well, oh yeah. I do it myself, oh yeah. Candy necklace on my hips, butterflies on my wrist. Put your hands on me like this, make it go head to toe. PT, she's glossy. Give her one kiss just softly. Tease him and get him me. I think he knows when I play with him like that, when I say to him like that, have my with him like that. I think he knows when I play with him like that, when I say to him like that, that he's coming right back.
Like ice cream on Shanty, playing in AMG. Let it rain on me. On my head, boys, I'm on my knees like that. Lord, please pray for me. Save your grace for me.
Say, boy, what you want? Eat that. Shoot in my mouth, shoot in my and one. Okay, on the real, I'ma take his out. I'ma take him from his. On the real, I think he knows.
I think he knows when I play with him like that. I think he knows when I say to him like that. knows it's true. When I play with her like that, when I play with her like that, play with her like that, then he's coming right back.
There's a girl in my backyard. I can run fast but won't get far. My mom thinks that I'm an animal. I'm just looking for the antidote. There's a British girl on my TV screen. She's so hot, she's so mean. Burn my body like it's flammable. Girl, I'm still a fan of you. Hey, 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 hey. Like a cannibal. Baby, I'm a fan of you. Your sensation, my fixation. Just tell me that it's tangible. Hey, hey, baby, I'm a fan of you. Hey, hey, hey. Your sensation is my fixation.
Say don't play with me, but I still gamble with it. We getting right before we take off on the landing strip. Know that you like all the attention that a fan gives. Say that you like me, but you way too young for marriage. I've been here before, I know exactly how it goes. Yeah, now I got you packing up your clothes. You can hit me up and let me know exactly when you close. I'm her favorite, says she need a. She wanna all day.
Hey, 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 hey. Like a cannibal. Baby, I'm a fan of you. Your sensation, my fixation. Just tell me that it's tangible. Hey, hey, baby, I'm a fan of you. Hey, hey, hey. Your sensation is my fixation.
The broken glass of a bottle makes a Jagger rock. Right now I got two shaky hands, only one way to stop. And I haven't touched it for 7 hours, 3 minutes. Hardly up, already wanna quit quitting. Sweating in an old church basement, wishing I was. Never thought I'd say this.
Hello, my name's Jason.
And I've been losing myself, I've been losing my mind. And I've been standing in the rain just trying to stay. I was so ashamed to be in this seat till I met a man who was 20 years. He said everybody here's felt the same defeat. Nobody walks through these doors on a winner's tree. Hold on, hold on. Hold on, hold on. The broken man in the mirror can't look at me 'cause he's guilty. And I swear that the last couple months that tried to kill me. By the time I saw it coming, it was done with already. It's hard to run from it when it runs in the family. A problem with 1,000 more it's causing. Damn, it's exhausting. This is why I walked in.
Thanks for letting me share, y'all.
And And I've been losing myself, I've been losing my mind. And I've been standing in the rain just trying to stay.
It's week 8 of the NFL, and all eyes are on Saquon Barkley. He's the NFL's ultimate red zone back and your leader in rushing touchdowns. It's the Texans and the Colts, and it's coming up next on Madden Football.
Thank you to Trey Mosley for the introduction. We are indeed excited to welcome you to another edition of the NFL on EA Sports. And thanks for having us in. Mike Tirico, Greg Olson here as we get going with this one. Greg, you look at the matchup, and one thing jumps out. And we see it more and more in the last 5-6 years around the league. Rookie quarterbacks being given the keys and said, "Okay, let me see what you got."
There's no waiting around anymore. It seems like more and more often, just like you said, we're seeing young rookie quarterbacks given the keys to the ship earlier and earlier. And a big reason for that is these coaches realize they don't have a long time to figure that quarterback position out. The longer it goes that you don't have the quarterback for the future, the more likely it is that the next guy that's drafted there, he's playing for a different coach.
From the 6, here comes a return. And their drive will begin at the 30-yard line. The Houston offense heading out to the field for the first time. They are led by the former Heisman Trophy winner out of LSU, Jaden Daniels.
And as we see the quarterback take the field, Mike, I mean, think back to the game that he's coming off of. Not only did he lead his team to a win, but he broke Norm Van Brocklin's single-game passing record in the process. Mike, that's a record that stood from 1951 all the way up until last week. I'm not sure we're going to see him replicate that type of success in this one, but if he's somehow able to do so, it will easily be the best 2-game stretch by an NFL quarterback in league history.
Here's 2nd and 9. Once again, it's Barkley. Barkley's got the first down and more. Down the sideline to the 20. Trying to get to that pylon. Not there, but very close. They'll mark him out at the 1. It is a big-time play for Houston. 68 yards.
That's as dynamic a run as you're going to see. He gets really good initial blocking at the point of attack. That springs him loose. But then it's just his speed and open field running that does the rest.
This opening drive, it has been a work of art. Now, can they put the finishing touches on? It's 1st and goal. No, he's not going to get in. In fact, they've shoved him backwards.
Every team makes an emphasis on winning first down, but as a defense, when you're able to take them back for a loss, 2nd and long, you can really become more of a pass-centric.
He slams it in there, and he is in. Saquon Barkley. Touchdown, Houston. Touchdown number 15 for him of the season. Bates, good, with the extra point. And the Texans will take a 7-0 lead. The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. On the return, it's Laviska Shenault. Yeah! And he'll work this one past the 25 to right about the 28-yard line. The Colts offense going to take the field here for the first time. They'll be led by the man from North Carolina, 6'4", quarterback Drake May.
Well, the nice thing about the NFL, Mike, is there's always next week. If you're coming off a good game, you got to put it to bed and come back and play well again. But in this case, things could not have gone much worse for this guy last week in that performance. So this game couldn't come fast enough. He said he had a great week of practice. He was able to put that behind him mentally and physically, and they're going to need him to play a lot better if they're going to come away today with a win.
And this is going to be a Colts first down as he gets this up to the 42.
2nd down at these distances, Mike, you pretty much anticipate a pass, and I think that's what the defense was lined up thinking. In this case, they leave a little too much room on the ground, and the offense is able to pick up a first down. Really nice job there by the defense defending the middle of the field. That is the most valuable real estate on the field. They know every single offense is trying to attack the defense between the hashes. So give credit. They took away all the throwing lanes, and that ball falls incomplete.
And he will score. Dyami Brown. Touchdown, Colts. Greg Zuerlein now for the point after. He gets it to go, and the Colts come right back to tie it at 7. One possession, each team a score. 7-7 as they kick it off. A return now from the 4. And he will only be able to muster the 20-yard line on that return. So now, out comes the offense, led by their quarterback as they take over once again. And he's been a real threat, not just with the arm, but the wheels as well. The NFL's leader amongst quarterbacks in terms of rushing touchdowns.
There's only a handful of guys in the league who legitimately have world-class speed, and he's one of them. I mean, he's the type of weapon that you 3 or 4 times a game have to just say, okay, my guy, he's faster than your guy. We're going to send him deep and let it fly. And even though that one falls incomplete, you have to continue to sprinkle that threat in because it makes everything else in your passing game that much easier.
Here's a 3rd and 10. From the shotgun on 3rd down, Daniels. That is incomplete. Well read that time defensively, making it difficult downfield, and that's going to bring up a 4th down.
Well, not exactly breaking news here, Mike. They got speed on the perimeter that just not a lot of teams in the NFL have. So even though that ball falls incomplete, I think they have to continue to do it, continue to pressure this defense and make them defend the entire field. Because as they're worried about him running by them, there is a lot of space open underneath.
They'll indeed go. It's Daniels. He'll try to run for it. He is dangerous when a play breaks down. A pickup of 18. So, they come up on 1st and 10. They'll go play action here with Daniels. Sending it deep for Waddle. And this will be tracked down and intercepted. Picked off by the veteran, Harrison Smith. He is out of bounds, but that's a nice return. We'll give the offense the ball up past the 45-yard line. So they start this on the ground with Montgomery. And good blocking up front, paving the way for a gain of 8 on the ground. Here's 2nd and 2. Off the play fake, here's May. He's got it to the tight end, Dulcich.
This pitch and catch may have looked routine, but I promise you, Mike, these types of anticipatory throws, especially outside the numbers, they don't occur without countless reps, oftentimes when nobody's even watching.
And he will get into the end zone. De'Ami Brown. Touchdown, Indianapolis. His 2nd catch of the game. And both have gone for touchdowns. Zuerlein's kick, up and good. And the Colts will move out to a 14-7 lead. So after the touchdown at the other end, Zuerlein is out to kick this one off. Now, here comes a return from the 9. Oh, he's got room past the 30. First and 10 now from the 36. Off the play fake, here's Daniels. Throwing left side, and it's taken in by Williams. A nice throw by the rookie from LSU. He's got his team a first down. Williams in motion. Daniels now on first down. A ball deep for the end zone. That is knocked away. Incomplete. Good coverage there defensively. All over him. And it'll be 2nd down. On the handoff, this is Barkley. And a good run there. Finds the lane. Gets forward. Got 8 yards and sets up a much more manageable 3rd and 2. 3rd and 2. Here's Daniels. Crazy. And he's out of bounds, but not until he gets inside the 25-yard line. A gain there of 20. It's good for a Texans first down.
Mike, anytime you're preparing to play a quarterback like this, the defense has to be prepared to keep him in the pocket. Once he gets out, we can see clearly why he is such a threat with his legs.
And a minimal gain there, down to the 20. On 2nd down, it's Daniels. Catch is made. That is Williams. He'll get about 6 before he's taken down. 3rd down, 3 to go. Working out of the gun, it's Daniels. And this ball incomplete on 3rd down.
Just a couple plays ago, Mike, it felt like a touchdown was kind of inevitable. They were doing everything they wanted as they marched the length of the field, and then as they got down here close to the red zone and that field condenses, they started getting sloppy in their execution. Now, what do they do on 4th down? Do they try to keep their offense out there and extend the drive, or do they settle for 3?
So they come to the line for 1st down and 10. Here's May. That's to Reed. He's got it. And he'll be taken down up past the 40-yard line.
Those are the explosive pass plays that this team is going to continue to mine all day. And you can see pre-snap, the quarterback loved his matchup. He allowed his receiver to work downfield. Perfect throw, and now sets them up to try to see if they can finish this drive off with some points.
They get 10 yards on the hook up there. 1st down, Indianapolis. Now Montgomery. Not much developing there. Short pickup. Down to the 47. They'll come up on a 2nd down and 8. Out of the gun, here's May. Firing right side, brought in by Brown. And he's into the end zone yet again. Dyami Brown. Touchdown Colts. 3 touchdowns for the game, his first 3 of the year. This is turning into a monster game. Let's keep an eye on this. 3 touchdown catches alone in the first half. So after the touchdown at the other end, Zuerlein is out to kick this one off. This fielded at the 2. He'll get this up to the 28-yard line. Nice place for the drive to start. Following the kickoff, we have an injured player on the field. On the ground, it's Barkley to start the drive. And he's going to be taken down on the other side of the 50-yard line.
There's a combination of footwork and vision, his ability to kind of weave through traffic and understand where the holes were. It's a really nice job working through some bodies and picking up a big gain.
To throw is Daniels on 1st and 10. Carrying that ball loosely, and it is out. The Colts have got it. Well, he certainly turned that into something on the move. Downfield, looked like he was gaining yards, but then loses control, and the defense comes up with a turnover.
Early on, Mike, it looked like it was going to be a really good play by the quarterback, turning to his legs, getting some pretty good yardage with his feet. But then he failed to not only protect himself, but mostly protect the ball. Defense is able to put a hit on him, jar the ball loose, and now they'll take over after the big takeaway.
On 2nd down, it's May. This one is caught by Addison.
Really nice job there to move the chains early in this drive, but now as they approach midfield, continue to keep your foot on the gas. Don't get conservative. Don't start sitting on the ball. Cross midfield and go. Anytime you find yourself on your opponent's side of the field, you have to be thinking points.
A carry here for Montgomery. And they'll have it across midfield down at the opposing 46-yard line.
Well, there's not a whole lot of fancy going on here, Mike. This is just kind of old school, line up and run smash mouth football. It's exactly what they did, but it still ends up in a big gain, and he picks up the first down.
He's got his big target. That's Isaiah Likely.
As a route runner, once you identify zone coverage like they were playing here, the key is find open space and stay in it. He did a nice job here because that was not a big hole. The quarterback had to put a little extra on that one, and they were able to make the completion.
Now a 3rd and 2. On 3rd and 2, it's May. Taking off, he'll try to get there. And May will not risk it. Into the slide. And he's got the first down. A shotgun snap. He'll look to throw. That's thrown right side, but incomplete. To try again, it's 2nd and 10. Working out of the gun. It's May. It's intercepted. He tried to take on Sauce, and Gardner took it away. And the Texans are going to take possession here at their own 6.
I think you chalk this one up like to just a rookie mistake. And anytime you have a young signal caller behind center, you're going to have to deal with some of these ups and downs. Every once in a while, they're just not going to see the coverage. They're going to get baited into making a bad throw. That's kind of par for the course. The key is how fast can these rookie quarterbacks turn the page, move on, and not make the same mistake again.
Daniels to throw on 2nd down. Working free downfield. It is Williams. A big play after being backed up. 33 yards. They'll come up 1st and 10 at the 40. Operating from the gun, it's Daniels. And he'll gain yardage and able to get down at the end of the play.
Take a look at his eyes. You can see the quarterback clearly going through all of his progressions, and he's quick to realize there's nowhere to go with this ball. He makes the right decision and gets out of there, picks up some good yardage, and gets down.
Carrying that ball loosely, and it is out. And this is taken in by the defense. Well, the ball comes out, and the scramble for it, it ends up becoming a turnover, and the offense walks off the field disappointed with that fumble.
Mike, when you look at a stat sheet at the end of the game and you want to determine which team wins and which team loses, at the top of the list is ball security. Which team does a better job protecting it, and which team does a better job taking it away.
Here's 1st and 10. Operating from the shotgun, it's May. The open man is Reed. He's got it. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on 1st down. Second down, zone read, and he keeps it. And he will score. Drake May. Touchdown, Indy. This defense continuing to give up points. Greg, you've been on offenses like this. This has to feel great when you're on a roll like this.
And it's really twofold, Mike. First and foremost, just like you said, every offense in the league works all week. We want to start out fast. We want to establish some early rhythm and play our style of game. They've certainly done that. Now, on the flip side, what does it do to your opponent? It takes them completely out of their game plan, knowing this early in the game, they're chasing points.
And they'll bring him down just shy of the 30-yard line. Following the kickoff, we have an injured player on the field. The training staff going to look, and will step out for a moment. They'll start on the ground with Barkley. And he'll be taken down as we tick down to the 2-minute warning. Two minutes to go here till halftime. Greg and I back from Houston in a moment. Throwing on 2nd down, Daniels. That is brought in. What a connection. He's down inside the 5-yard line.
If you want to score points at a high level in the NFL, you have to generate explosive plays. And after that big chunk pass play, they find themselves now down there in the red zone, and this is where you have to finish drives.
Here's a run. That play may have taken a little bit too long to develop. It's no gain. He's back at the 4-yard line.
No gain on the play. Leads to 2nd and goal at the Colts 4-yard line.
Williams in motion. From the shotgun, it's Daniels. That one taken in. Jalen Waddle. Touchdown, Texans. The offense staying put. They will go for 2. Here's Daniels. That's pulled in. And they're able to tack on a 2-point conversion.
I know it sounds like I'm being biased, Mike, but I'm really not. Down here this close to the end zone, especially on 2-point tries, the size, the length, the athleticism, and matchups these tight ends can create, man, they are a tough handle, and it leads to 2 points.
And a decent return there. He'll get this up just shy of the 30. A fresh set of downs to work with. It is 1st down and 10. To throw now, May. To the middle of the field, taken in by Addison. And he's going to be brought down up past the 45. To throw on 1st down is May. And he'll be taken down rather swiftly after a gain of just 3.
It's not the big play they were hoping for, but first down efficiency, staying ahead of the chains, is what every offense is trying to find, and it brings up a manageable second down.
They try to set up the screen, but this one doomed from the start. It's incomplete. Here's 3rd and 7. May to the air once more. Coming open, that's the tight end likely. Timeout, Indianapolis. That is their second. Clock will stop just under 30 seconds to go in this second quarter. To throw again is May. He'll find Montgomery out of the backfield. A very nice open field tackle there. He could not get free and gains nothing. May to throw again. He's got it to the tight end, Dulcich. And nice work after the catch. He stopped a little short of the first down marker, but it is a pickup of 9. The Colts will signal for their 3rd and final timeout. On comes Greg Zuerlein to try the field goal. Spotted at the 35, this a 45-yard attempt. Zuerlein's kick is good. And the Colts going to tack on 3 more, extending the lead here late in the first half.
And that's a really nice boost here before the break. I mean, you work the clock well, you're able to steal some points. The biggest thing is you're able to build a little momentum now going into the locker room at halftime.
Unbalanced look here to the right side on 1st and 10. Sending it deep for Waddle. And he's going to be taken down as time runs out on this first half of play. So we reach halftime, and the visiting Colts are. And instead, why don't we get right back to it as we'll get ready for the 3rd quarter. Pretty interesting first half. We'll see if any strategy changes for the next 30 minutes or more as this second half gets underway. And he'll work this one past the 25 to right about the 28-yard line. They'll come up here 1st and 10. To throw is May. He's got this on target to Addison. And they'll be set up now. Up past the 40 with that one. Here's May to throw it on 1st. The pressure, too much, and he goes down. Work to do now as they come up on 2nd and long. A run up the gut with Montgomery. And it'll be a pickup of 3. So 3rd down, forthcoming. May gonna look to throw. Under pressure, and down he goes. They got him.
All right, so it's only one drive here in the second half, and they trail pretty big here to start the 3rd. But it seems this defense came out with a little different energy than we saw in the first half. Whatever was said in the locker room seemed to have worked. Now it's the offense's chance to see if they can cut into this deficit.
That is taken at the 10. And that is good coverage by the punt team as they meet him and bring him down. The offense headed back out, captained, of course, by their quarterback. He had the touchdown pass earlier, adding to his season total. You get a look at the NFL leaders in touchdown passes to this point this season. The Texans going to go ahead and use their first timeout here. Boy, some bulk in the formation on that right side here for 1st and 10. They'll throw with Daniels. The pressure there got to him. He's hit as he threw it, and that pass ball is incomplete. They'll try again here, 2nd and 10. Play action. Here's Daniels, sending it deep for Waddle. That one pinballs around, but it is incomplete.
I'm not going to sit here, Mike, and throw the guy a parade for ultimately what was an incompletion, but can we just take a second to appreciate the arm strength he was able to show there? I mean, I think that ball's over 60 yards in the air, and I would be surprised if they continue to just air it out and see if they can complete one of those.
And this is going to be incomplete. That is great work there, making things difficult defensively. It'll set up a 4th down. They'll go. Here's Daniels. He'll let this one go long for Williams. A great connection there. They're going to bring it down inside the 35-yard line.
Another great throw, and that's been the story as you check out these numbers. I mean, he has done everything this team has asked of him and more.
First and 10. To the air again is Daniels. Now a stoppage for an injured Texan. 2nd down and 8. Keenum looking to throw. The 2nd down throw is incomplete.
He decides to go with the safe throw and throws it well short of the sticks. And at this level, Mike, you just can't miss layups like that.
Williams in motion. On 3rd down, they'll set up to throw. And that is incomplete.
It's 2 straight plays now where this secondary has won their matchup, and right now the offense needs to find some plays that just call for easy completions. Get your wide receivers in space. Allow them to run after the catch, because right now these downfield passes, the defense is all over.
Carrying that ball loosely, and it is out. The Colts have got it.
Not that it's much of a consolation, but either way, Mike, that's going to result in a turnover. Going forward on 4th down, he's clearly stopped short of the sticks. In this case, might be trying to make something out of nothing there to keep that play alive. But great job here by the defense coming away with the stop. And now we'll see if the offense can come on the field to take advantage of it.
And he'll be brought down after a short pickup to the 24. Aiden Hutchinson, the former 1st rounder, in on the tackle. May to throw on 2nd down. He finds Likely, his tight end. Big strides. Look at him go. And he'll be taken down at the 10-yard line.
This is one of those plays, Mike, where just everything aligns. It's the right play call, the right target, an accurate ball, and then a lot of room to run after the catch. So if they can continue
to the end zone, it's intercepted. Picked off by Reek Woolen.
These second-half red zone opportunities are critical. I mean, you're not going to score every single time you get down here, but it feels like at this point in the game, this might be my last chance to get this deep. You've got to make the most of those limited opportunities. At least come away with 3. You're hoping for 6, but in this case, you come away with 0.
Here's Keenum. He'll let this one go long for Williams. Still going. And he will dive into the end zone. 80 yards. Touchdown, Houston. Their head coach, 2 fingers in the air. They'll say no to the extra point. Go for 2. Here's a handoff to Barkley. Trying to push the pile forward. He didn't even get to the 1-yard line. They stop him short. No gain.
I don't love the call. I mean, all week you practice these gotta-have-it plays. Every call sheet, Mike, has 3 or 4 plays that are down here in the goal line that could also be used as 2-point plays. I think to simply turn it around and just hand the ball to your running back, gotta be a little bit more creative. That's a big missed opportunity.
On the ground, Montgomery to start the drive. Up the sideline to the 40. And he'll be tackled up around the 45-yard line. They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10. Working out of the gun. It's May.
Just take what the defense is giving you. When you can stay ahead of the chains and just take these easy pitch-and-catch throws underneath, hitch routes, quick game, now it puts you in a lot more favorable down and distances to eventually attack this defense a little bit more downfield.
Fighting off defenders here. He'll churn forward and pick up 3. Here's 3rd and 2. They'll try and run it here with Montgomery. He's going nowhere. That call, not the right one. It's going to bring up 4th down. The Colts about to kick this one away. The punt for the 2nd time, looking to pin the opponent back deep. And this is going to work out for them. Out of bounds, and they'll mark it inside the 10. This offense ready for their next possession, led by their running back. And as you take a look at the numbers, you have to imagine he was the top conversation in that locker room at halftime. They got to find a way to slow him down. Nothing they've done has worked so far. To throw, here's Keenum. That's caught, Saquon Barkley. And he's not going to get too far, tackled after a gain of just a yard.
What an advantage it brings a defense when you have cornerbacks that are such willing tacklers. It just brings an extra element to the ability to defend the entire field. And this is a great example here why.
Throwing, Keenum. That's caught on the right side by Waddle. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 20.
Whatever they've talked about in the locker room at the halftime break seems to have worked. They've come out with a new established energy. You could see it when they took the field. Now this offense seems to be building on it because with that chunk play, just a little bit of rhythm that they can build off of. They got a long way to go to get back.
That is intercepted. Picked off by the veteran, Harrison Smith. And he's going to be brought down. What a turn of events here. He has given his guys 1st and 10 in the red zone. They'll run with Montgomery. He'll struggle to get back to the line of scrimmage. Maybe he gets a yard out of that one. It's 2nd down. And that's going to be incomplete. Coverage was good that time. The contact jarring the ball loose and forcing 3rd down. Out of the gun, here's May. In trouble, and down he goes.
This is a great reminder of why it's so important to have great offensive tackles. When you get beat so fast off the edge, the quarterback has nowhere to go in the pocket to escape, and that's what happens.
He is 2 for 2. That kick is good. And the Colts will extend their 3rd quarter lead.
And this is what you want. I mean, you clearly have the advantage, but you want to continue to apply pressure. Can you score every time you get the ball? They're able to do that here. They tack on 3 and extend their lead.
He'll get this up to the 28-yard line. Nice place for the drive to start. To throw is Keenum. Sending it deep for Waddle. And he got rid of that one quickly before the receiver even knew what was going on. That's incomplete. Now Keenum. He's going to dial up another deep ball. That's caught. And he's going to be brought down inside the 15.
When you get big gains like that, Mike, it's pretty easy to see why that stat line just continues to grow, and the defense doesn't come away with a plan to stop this guy. We could have a record-setting performance on our hands.
A handoff, running left, it's Barkley. And he'll be brought down on what will be the final act here in this third quarter. So we'll take it to the other end. Come to the line now on 2nd and 2. They run out of the gun with Barkley. And the Texans are going to be set up with 1st and goal. He couldn't quite break the plane, but they'll have it at the 1-yard line. They'll run with Barkley. And he will score! Game on! Saquon Barkley. Touchdown, Houston. 2 touchdowns for him in the game, and 16 on the year. So, things a little more interesting now. Back to a 1-score game as they kick it away. Justice Hill to return. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. Here's the Indianapolis offense. Now as they get set to take over once more, they work with a 6-point advantage as they start this drive on 1st and 10. Operating from the shotgun, it's May. And they'll get about 4 here as he is taken down. Here's a 2nd and 6. A handoff, running left, it's Montgomery. And he'll only manage to pick up 3 yards. And that leads to 3rd down. One more time for Montgomery. He's looking for room on the edge, but could not find any. They track him down behind the line, and it's 4th down. The Colts about set to punt as they try to play the field position game here, protecting a 4th quarter lead. Here comes a return, and he'll be brought down. Short return, and they'll take over there. Set to go now on 1st and 10. Keenum. Just trying to avoid the rush there. He's hit as he threw, and the pass is incomplete.
It's 2nd down and 10.
Back to the air once more on 2nd down. He'll let this one go long for Williams. And the Colts are going to get it back here just past the 35.
And at this point in the game, Mike, we all know one play can be the difference between winning and losing. And now after that poor throw, we'll see, can they capitalize on this extra possession that they just stole?
His 5th catch of the afternoon. Good for a 1st down. They'll put Addison in motion. They fake the jet sweep and give it up the middle. And he'll take this forward only to about the 46-yard line. Here's 2nd and 9. To throw now, May. To the left side here, caught by Addison. And they're going to get this ball down to the 20-yard line. May now on 1st and 10. Now he'll run.
You know, Mike, nice job here by the quarterback, just understanding on these early downs, you just don't want to go backwards. So he's able to avoid the negative play, pick up a little bit, and mostly avoid the sack.
Throwing on 2nd down, May. He'll find Montgomery out of the backfield. And this drive's going to continue. He's taken down, but they are set up with 1st and goal. Throwing is May. That is caught back corner of the end zone. David Montgomery. Touchdown, Indianapolis. To throw is May. He bought all the time he could, but he's going to be taken down as he couldn't get a throwaway.
So they decide to put the ball in the air, which I don't mind on this 2-point try, but the execution was just a little bit off, and it's not going to work out in their favor this time around.
And he'll be forced out of bounds, but a very solid return.
41-yard line.
Right away, they'll set up to throw. A pass caught by Saquon. And good yardage there after the catch. They'll wind up with a gain of 7 on 1st down.
At their 48-yard line.
He'll drop to throw. He'll let this one go long for Williams. And this will be incomplete.
This is one of those situations that plays directly into the hands of the defense because think, Mike, they know this offense has to be one-dimensional. This has to be a pass. So what do? They bring in extra defensive backs. They clog up the back end. And at the end of the day, there's just nowhere for the offense to go with the ball.
He was trying to get it to Xavier Worthy there. And it's going to be 4th down.
I can tell you from firsthand experience, Mike, that is a lonely and long jog back to the huddle. I mean, you're an inch away from being the hero with a deep touchdown. Instead, you let it go through your fingertips, and you got to come back to the huddle and try again.
And for a 3rd time today, he's intercepted. Picked off by J.C. Horn.
Mike, there's usually such a comfort level when the guy playing quarterback behind center is a veteran. They've seen a lot of ball. You can trust them to make good decisions. And then every once in a while, one just gets away, and that's just simply a bad ball, a bad mistake. I mean, you're not going to get away with it at this level.
So 2 minutes left to play in the 2nd half. Greg and I back on EA Sports after this. They'll stay on the ground. Again, Montgomery. And nothing on that one back to the line of scrimmage, and that is it. You've got to consider this an absolute must-stop defensively. It's 3rd down. They'll drop to throw. He's going to go deep, looking for Reed. And the Texans are going to take over just shy of midfield.
It's not often, Mike, that everything breaks right for this type of return off of an interception. Boy, is it beautiful when it does. I mean, look at the defenders just flip around and become blockers, trying to spring their guy to the house. Great athleticism, some great moves on his part. I mean, he's going to have some of his offensive teammates looking over their shoulder for their position.
Back to throw here to begin the drop. He'll take a shot here for the end zone. And that ball out of reach toward the sideline. It'll be an incompletion. Another try, 2nd and 10. He'll look to throw. He's going to look downfield once again. And that's going to be incomplete. Coverage was good that time. The contact jarring the ball loose and forcing third down. Now they'll set up to throw. Again, working deep downfield. That is incomplete. Here we go. They're down to what could be their final play. It's fourth down. Keenum looking to throw. He's going to try it here again. And that is incomplete. They had their chance. They took it there. Look, they're trailing late. Got to let it fly. This will wind up a turnover on down. Only one timeout remaining for the defense as they take a knee. Texans going to use the last of their timeouts here. And they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in this one.
Beside myself, I remind myself from Think I gotta go through. I don't like therapists, I don't like most. You love me, my go-to. Levitating blind on top like Goku. Just left Noble, back in my dojo. Channel like Aura, got the whole Roku. Been big dog from the Tetero, told you. Wait, don't even know you. Step right, I'm a long trip. Blick at my VIP. Snick of my. One brick, one miss. Rich took his check, I know. We talking start like ball high, pretty face guy like, bruh, how do I exist? In the gym every day, I'm gonna miss. Summer daddy like, boy, don't blow my assist. I got it. Tryna slow down my motion. It's written, you cannot control this. You gonna blow it. Them, they not important. Me, I'm the one goated. 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 Tryna slow down my motion. It's written, you cannot control this. You gonna blow it. Them, they not important. Me, I'm the one goated. 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 Just don't touch me, you're ugly. I can't touch this girl, she musty. Bro, you flexing on IG. People like you disgust me. Just don't touch me, you're ugly. Just don't touch me, you're ugly. These women love me, bro. They trying to me. That's the wrong way, back. Yeah, buddy, if you get lucky, it'll get yucky. Little buddy touch me, I can turn auntie into a. I'm in the S5 facing comfy, cause can't name that dummy. Tryna slow down my motion. It's written, you cannot control this. You gonna blow it. Them, they not important. I'm the one goated. Me, I'm the one goated. Me, I'm the one goated. Me, I'm the one goated. Tryna slow down my motion. It's written, you cannot control this. You gonna blow it. Them, they not important. Me, I'm the one goated. Me, I'm the one goated. Me, I'm the one goated. Me, I'm the one goated.
Welcome back, Marlena.
One for the money and one for the homies. I move with respect, I don't need nothing on me. The Father made way for me, feel just like Bronny. I got my little belly, my blessings, they on me. They rain, yeah, you see how I'm coming. Come on. It sound like we drumming. I reach on my goals like my nephew be dope. Back on the rim, riding on rim. Came in all black to that, I came back to my to that ripping no Cadillac. Feel like a Cadillac, nothing but class. It's never been average, never been on. Averix on me, I'm tougher than homie Javante. The fight is my mantra, I want it, I will. Get you a wheel, they carry it. We fighting a little, my is hard. I'm back in my bag, I'm back in my bag, on God. But don't fear no opponent, you know I'm gon' hustle like rubber band on it. Counting my blessings, I'm laughing like Jonah. You don't wish me well, I guess you don't know me. Got all these like Malcolm and Sadie, that's word to my mama. Tatted on my body, my left arm, they ain't left arm, they still doing harm. Bodies on bodies, cried over Malcolm, I cried over Dolphin. I'm crying for Nipsey, been feeling like Lauren. Carried the cross, got the sun in my eyes. Groom for this, I ain't meant to be no bride. I'm married, but I know you still feel obliged. Bounce on these, I learned from Sanaa. Back in my bag and it's big as a duffel. With blessings on blessings, I came through this struggle, I'm back.
I'm back in my bag, I'm back in my bag, on God. I'm back in my bag, I'm back in my bag, on God.
Yeah, yeah. I came through the rain and I came through the thunder. I pushed through the pain, I'm laughing at summer. My hair was way hotter, I feel like a starter. Escape with my truth, I came back like Nirvana. Road is all rocky, it's nothing I real. Go back to back, baby, can't no one here see us. Stomach it all tied, look like a Leah. Went back and forth and back, just like a cornerback. Yeah, yeah, you got veins, I respect whole veins. Tell them get low, man. Just flying high, I gave them low, man. Two for the color of the whip. Culinary on my wrist, cooking you, I ain't forgot what you did. State of it all, eventually falls. Frequency, this is the ship, I'm home. I'm back in my
You say my look good in my tight little dress. Rock it up and me make the man them obsessed. Put in the work when we dance and we sweat. Dangerous when you get smooth like the skin on my face. Draw figure eight when we wind up my waist. Bumper and boom, we no need it the weight. If you get it, off the plate. Wanna run it up, run it up, all night. If the lights went down, could you keep that, baby? You wanna drop it down, pick it up, turn around, lift
so I put it on. She be in me, she just made a beat. I got rolling over. Speeding to the money like I'm running from the feds. Posted with my they say yeah. I'm like, whoa, see residuals, watch the money grow. I'm in flow, greatest story told, watch it all unfold. I'm like, whoa, reaping what I sow. Harvest getting bigger, they all froze. I unleashed my soul, now they taking pictures of it. Eyes on the prize, it's my last soda. 5:45, had the lights on us. Fries for the side of an ice cola. You know that ride till the tires fall off. She know I'm a D, I got a date with destiny. She coming to me, cause I got the flavors and recipe. She racing to me like an athlete. She two with the G's, then she know it. Yeah. It's eyes on the prize, I can't live life in disguise. Cause bro recognize I ain't gotta compromise. I keep it concise, the gang tied up. Ties on the industry advice. I'm outside with some good fellas and some nice guys trying to live life in the sky. We lit in real life, we don't pay to be verified. We just manifest, lay and grind on the rise. We defy the odds like it's nothing, time after time. God bless this eternal shine, yeah. Eyes on the prize, it's my last soda. 5:45, had the lights on us. Fries for the side of an ice cola. You know that ride till the tires fall off. She know I'm a D, I got a date with destiny. She coming to me, cause I got the flavors and recipe.
It's week 9 of the National Football League, and all eyes are on Saquon Barkley. He's the NFL's ultimate red zone back and your leader in rushing touchdowns.
It's the Tech. All right, we're just about set for football. The crowd is definitely ready. So are we. Off we go on EA Sports. He's across the 20, taken down just shy of the 25. The Houston offense heading out to the field for the first time. They are led by the former Heisman Trophy winner out of LSU, Jaden Daniels.
I think the biggest thing that stood out from last week's game was when they went into the game with an initial plan, how quickly were they able to get away from that when they realized it wasn't working? I think they got a lot of unscouted looks, meaning the defense threw a lot of exotic looks at them, blitzes, different fronts and coverages, maybe things they didn't work on all week. So the key this week is understand what is the defense looking to do today and how fast can we make those adjustments if we're not having early success.
On 1st and 10, here's Daniels. That's complete. It's Jalen Waddle. 16-yard pickup on that one. First down for Houston.
And another great throw right there, Mike. And when you take a look at the numbers, they certainly don't lie. He has just been flat out terrific in this first half. His ability to spread the ball around, take what the defense has given him. They've certainly had a lot of success here early on.
They'll break the huddle. It's 2nd and 5. They'll stay on the ground with Barkley. He is in. Saquon Barkley. Touchdown, Texans. 17 touchdowns now on the year. Bates, good, with the extra point. And the Texans will race out to a quick 7-0 edge. 7-0 is our score as this kick is sent into the air. Set to return is Xavier Gibson. Nice job on the return. He's down close to the 35-yard line. So the Jets offense ready to take over for the first time. They're led out by the last pick in the draft in 2022. Iowa State's Brock Purdy at quarterback.
Some games, the quarterback can just go out there and just take what the defense gives them. They don't have to necessarily create a lot of opportunities for their teammates to go out and perform, and they can still come away with the win. I think today, though, he's going to be asked to carry a little bit more of a load, make some more plays happen, be a little bit more assertive. If he does that, This team's just going to continue to get better and better, and it's going to be a tough matchup.
Now, a run with the rookie out of Oregon. And he's going to be taken down right at midfield.
So you're on the sideline, and you're watching the other team go right down the field and score on their first drive. As a play caller, you have to be careful that it doesn't throw you out of your initial plan coming into the game. They wanted to establish some ground game here early, and that's exactly what they did.
Here's a 2nd and 9. From the gun, it's Purdy. The pressure gets there, and down he goes. A sack. Micah Parsons, too tough to stop, gets in to bring him down. 3rd and long. Here's Purdy. He's going to look for the home run ball.
They told us this week they were going to try to come out fast, and tell you what, that's exactly what they did. Put immediate pressure on this secondary and let them know, hey, all game long today, you better defend every blade of grass because we're coming out firing. And even though that ball falls incomplete, it goes a long way in setting up the rest of this game plan as the game unfolds.
The drive begins at the 20. Here's 1st and 10. On play action, Daniels. This one intercepted.
Really nice job there defensively. I mean, they completely took away his first read, and instead of the young quarterback going through his progression and being patient, taking what the defense gives him, he decides to still try to fit it in and force that ball, and ultimately ends up resulting in the takeaway.
And he's going to run out of time. They get to him and bring him down.
It's 1st down. You got to get the ball out of your hands. I understand trying to take a shot. I love it on early downs. But once it's not there and that protection starts to break down, it's either check down or throwaway. You don't want to be in 2nd and long.
On 2nd down, Purdy. That's to the 4th overall pick. It's Marvin Harrison Jr. Well, they'll get some of the sack yardage back, but it's still going to leave them with 3rd down. Out of the gun, here's Purdy. And they're going to track him down. He couldn't find a receiver, and down he goes.
It's just so hard to get anything going when you're just not confident running your own system. And all these early sacks, yes, they kill drives, but think what it does to the quarterback. The quarterback just can't be confident operating out of the pocket. There's no rhythm, there's no timing, and everything you planned on doing today coming in is out the window.
Here's Jake Camarda now. He's on for the 2nd time. He'll try to get something inside the 10. This one angles out of bounds, and the mark comes inside the 15-yard line. So they come to the line for 1st down and 10. The Texans going to go ahead and use their first timeout here. On 1st down, Daniels. And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be second down. From the shotgun, it's Daniels. And that's going to be incomplete. Coverage was good that time. The contact jarring the ball loose and forcing third down. Working out of the gun, it's Daniels. And that is incomplete.
The offense just couldn't seem to get anything going that drive. They knew they had a long way to go, taking over possession that deep in their own territory. You want to pick up that first down and see if you can capitalize some momentum. Instead, the errant throw brings up fourth down, and they're going to have to punt it away. You know, Mike, I'm all for being aggressive. There are definitely times where you have to go for it on your side of the field. I'm just not sure if at this point in the game, this was one of them.
That is caught at the 3. And the Jets are going to have a first and goal coming up. They try to finish off this drive with 6 points. Purdy going to keep this one himself. And he will not get in from there. In fact, I think he was shoved backwards a little bit. Back to the 5-yard line now. Second down and goal. Shotgun snap to Purdy. That's hauled in at the 2. Hard running close to the goal line, but they're going to mark him just short.
It's now
Third and goal. Purdy. He's got his big tight end. Pat Freiermuth. Touchdown, New York. Seibert's extra point is true. And the Jets will tie things up at 7-7 here in the opening quarter. We're all tied, 7 apiece, and the kick's away. This taken in at the 8-yard line. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. Now Daniels throwing on 1st and 10. A throw left side taken in by Wilson. And good yardage there after the catch. They'll wind up with a gain of 7 on first down. Here's a 2nd and 3 forthcoming. Here's a handoff to Barkley running left. And he'll be stacked up at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. Now a 3rd and 2. 3rd and 2. Here's Daniels. And this is going to be incomplete. That is great work there, making things difficult defensively. It'll set up a 4th down. They'll try it now with Barkley. And he's going to have a Texans 1st down. They take advantage of what looked like an unsure defense. It was 4th and 3. They picked up 8. Now Daniels. A hit as he throws there. It's going to wind up incomplete. The pressure got to him that time, and it'll set up 2nd down. Operating from the gun, it's Daniels. And that's going to be incomplete. Coverage was good that time. The contact jarring the ball loose and forcing 3rd down. From the shotgun on 3rd down, Daniels. And that is incomplete.
I think at some point for this quarterback, he has to start looking some other directions. I mean, he's tried to get the ball now to this guy multiple times, and all of them have resulted in incomplete passes. I'm not saying don't throw it to him in the future, but maybe get yourself a couple easy completions elsewhere before you look back in his direction.
A 1st down throw for Purdy. The reception for Rashid Shaheed. He's going to be taken down at about the 30. To throw on 1st down is Purdy. He's got it at the 7. And he's in. Marvin Harrison Jr. Touchdown, Jets. Seibert's extra point is true, and the Jets will move out to a 14-7 lead. Seibert now following the touchdown. He's out to kick it away. Here comes a return from the 5. And he'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. The Texans offense back onto the field for their next possession. They trail here by a touchdown as this drive will start with a 1st down. He's going to dial up another deep ball. That'll be batted away. Incomplete. Coverage very strong defensively. It's 2nd down. Daniels now going to look to throw. Oh, he's going to be bottled up and taken down. They got it.
The best thing they did here, Mike, is keep their rush lane integrity. What that means is you have to rush the quarterback as a unit. Keep him in the pocket. Keep him on that X. And when you do, man, he becomes a sitting duck for this pass rush. This pass rush is continuing to make their presence felt here in the early going. And for this quarterback, he's lucky to at least get rid of that ball because they're on the verge of recording their 2nd sack, and we're still here in the 1st quarter.
This is caught. He's got a long way to go. First and 10. Purdy. His pass taken in by Shaheed. And he's taken down on what should be the final play of this 1st quarter. 1st and 10 for Purdy. That's to the left side, taken in by Harrison. And no chance to turn and go. Throwing on 2nd down is Purdy. And this one complete on the sideline. Good footwork to stay in bounds, but he is just shy of the 1st down. And that brings up 4th down.
This is why the timing of these routes is so critical. If that ball is thrown a little bit later, He's unable to keep his feet in bounds, but instead the quarterback is on time and accurate, and the receiver does a nice job not only securing the catch, but ensuring that both feet remain in bounds.
And this is going to be incomplete. That is great work there, making things difficult defensively. It'll set up a fourth down. Seibert's kick is good. And the Jets build their cushion to 10. It's now 17-7.
It's always a little bit of a letdown, Mike. You find yourself deep in the red zone and you have to settle for a short field goal like that. In this case, he's able to put it through, and they get 3.
The Texans offense and Jaden Daniels ready to take over once more. And he has been doing it through the air and on the ground this first month of the season. Currently leading the NFL in rush yards by a quarterback.
Mike, when you're completing less than 35% of your passes, you're just not going to win a lot of games in the NFL. He's just too erratic throughout the course of the game. Sometimes it's exactly how they practiced. And at other times, it looks like they've never practiced at all.
And he's going to be very close to a first down. That's a good run there. Maybe just a couple of feet short. They'll look to pick this up 3rd and a yard. They'll try to run here with Barkley. And this is going to work out. He's got it. The first down at the 38-yard line. Throwing is Daniels. That's to the right side, and it's Siddick. It'll be taken down rather swiftly after a gain of just 3. They face 2nd down and 7. They'll throw with Daniels. He's going to let this one go for Worthy.
I think it's one of those cases where he just tried to put a little bit too much on it and fit it into that window, Mike, and sails it high. Give his guy a chance to bring that one down. Put that ball on his chest and help him secure that catch. At this level, when you're that open, that ball has to be completed.
No move for the punt team. The offense staying out there for 4th down. This one incomplete. The defense up to the challenge there. They force the incompletion, and they'll take the ball over on down. That's quickly out to Harrison. And that keeps him ahead of schedule. That's a first down completion of 7 yards. On 2nd down, Purdy. Right back to Harrison. He's got him again. And they bring him down inside the 25-yard line. Here's Purdy on 1st and 10. That's caught. It's Bucky Irving.
All right, so there's really 3 areas that a modern NFL running back has to excel at. Number 1, the traditional handoffs. Number 2, you have to be excellent and reliable in pass protection. And maybe bigger than all of them, you have to be at least serviceable out of the backfield in the passing game.
He's taken down just shy of the 10. They can still get a first down at the 1. 1st and 10, they go from the 11. He is met and dropped. Good defense. Loss of a couple on that play. Last play went the wrong way. It sets up 2nd and long. It's 2nd down and 12. Throwing from the gun is Purdy. He'll look middle here. Caught by Boyd.
These are the worst. I had a couple years, Mike, where I swear I got tackled inside the 1-yard line 10 times, and then you look back and you're like, Man, how many touchdowns did I leave on the board because I couldn't get one more yard? Now, for him individually, not ideal, but right now they're on the doorstep of the end zone, and they got to find a way to put that ball across the goal line.
He is 2 for 2. That kick is good. And the Jets add on to their lead.
So it's not exactly what you're looking for when you set out on a drive, but at the same time, you don't want to come away empty-handed either. So in this case, they'll take those 3 points.
This will be returned from the 6. He'll get across the 20, mark him down at the 23-yard line. A fresh set of downs to work with. It is first down and 10. Working out of the gun, it's Daniels. That one to the sideline is over everybody, but now a penalty flag will come in. They may get him for grounding. They'll start on the ground with Barkley. He'll turn this into a gain of about 4. It's going to lead to third down. Two minutes remain here in this first half. Back with more of this Thursday opener after this. What can they do here? This is third and forever. They'll run the counter with Barkley. Now the Jets going to use the first of their timeouts. The punter remains on the sideline. They're going to line up and go for it on fourth down. He'll go. Here's Daniels. He's going to let this one go for Worthy. And that is incomplete. The defense very happy to see that play call. The decision to go for the fourth and long will end up in a turnover on downs.
You know, Mike, there's a lot of coaches out there who believe that an aggressive style of offense is your best chance of winning. Now, this takes it a little bit to the extreme, but I think this is something that we're going to continue to see as this game unfolds.
Off-balance throw. It's complete. They'll get about 4 here as he is taken down.
I'm not sure what was the more difficult aspect of the play. Winning his route versus man coverage or catching this pass, because that quarterback, he put a little extra sauce on that one to get it there on time, and he's able to secure a really nice catch.
And a good effort there defensively. It's knocked away and incomplete. He was trying to get that one to Bucky Irving. Third down coming up. Shotgun snap to Purdy. He'll try and get there. And he's into the end zone. Rock. They'll come up here, first and 10. He'll let this one go long for Williams. And that is incomplete.
You know, it's hard to speculate, Mike. We sit up here and we try to just interpret and assume what's going on in the minds of the players and the minds of the coaches, but they seem to me to be a little bit rattled. All these negative plays have really started to pile up in the first half. He's got to settle down, have some more efficiency on these early downs, and get his offense into some sort of rhythm.
And he is out of bounds on the other side of midfield. That's his third catch of this first half, and good enough for a first down. From the shotgun, it's Daniels. He'll take a shot, looking for Wilson. And the Jets force the turnover. They'll take over at their own 10.
We had a chance to talk to the defensive coordinator the other day, and remember what he told us, Mike? He said, we know.
Yes!
On first down, Daniels. He'll let this one go long for Williams.
We see this offense just continue to search for a spark. It's just this entire game, their execution's just been a little bit off. And now here in the second half, they find themselves down by multiple scores. They're going to have to connect on one or two of these big plays if they want to find themselves back in this one.
2 incompletions to start the drive, and it leads to third down and 10. He'll let this one go long for Williams. That is knocked away downfield, incomplete. He made sure not to let the receiver get behind him. Third down stop sets up fourth down. They'll indeed go. It's Daniels. That's taken in. And he's going to have a Texans first down. Well-designed play to pick up 16 and move the chains. Throwing again, Daniels. He'll let this one go long for Williams. And he is short of the goal line, but they are in business at the 1-yard line. So the big play gets him down close. And now it's first and goal. Here's Barkley. Good blocking, and he's in. Saquon Barkley. Touchdown, Houston. 2 touchdowns for him in the game. Numbers 17 and 18 on the year. First and 10. Operating from the gun, it's Daniel. The pressure gets there, and down he goes back inside the 20-yard line. Lost one on the last play, so now it's 2nd and 11. To throw is Daniels. A throw left side, caught by Sinnott. And that'll go for a gain of 7, and it's going to set up third down. From the shotgun on third down, Daniels. And penalty flags come in as it winds up incomplete, but no doubt there was contact there. The crowd does not agree with that call. Boos ring out. Doesn't matter. Not going to change it. It's a first down. Here's Barkley. And he's going to be stopped in his tracks. He'll lose a couple of yards on that one. Here's a 2nd and 12. Here's Daniel. That's 3. Third time tonight he's been intercepted. That's the linebacker, Devin Lloyd. Inside the 30. And he's going to bring this one back. Now Daniels throwing on 1st and 10. He's going to let this one go for Worthy. And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be 2nd down. He's going to look downfield once again. And that is incomplete. Well, can't afford another incompletion here. Quickly, it is 3rd and 10. And that is incomplete.
And that's what you call a wasted series. They come out here and they decide we're just going to air it out 1st, 2nd, 3rd down. All 3 incompletions, and now brings up 4th down. And barring some crazy decision here to keep your offense on the field, you're going to find yourself right back.
To throw is Daniels on 1st and 10. 19 yards right away to kick off this drive.
A gain of 19 yards. And the Texans first down.
On 1st and 10, here's Daniels. That's the 4th time tonight he's been intercepted. Picked off by Paulson Adebo. Set to go now on 1st and 10. Daniels now going to look to throw. He'll let this one go long for Williams. That ball broken up. It is incomplete. They tried the shot on 1st down. Couldn't connect. It'll bring up 2nd down. Throwing now. Daniels. A throw left side, but it's incomplete.
There's a fine line between trusting your arm and having a little bit too much faith in your arm, right? I think this was one of those situations here, Mike, where there was nowhere to go with the ball. He tries to fit that one in there anyway, and he's lucky that it just falls incomplete.
And that is incomplete.
Can't exactly put my finger on it, but it just seems like this entire game, Mike, this passing game and this quarterback specifically, they've just been off. And whether it's missing these big shots downfield like he did there or just simple underneath layups, there's just something about it.
Daniels now on 1st down. He's going to tuck it and go. And Daniels will have the 1st down as he's able to slide and avoid the contact.
A gain of 12. First down, Texans.
Back to throw. He'll take off again. And Daniels will slide to a stop. Wise move as a young quarterback. That's how you stay around and become a vet. He picked up the 1st down. They'll look to throw. That's deep for the back of the end zone. That is caught. Oh, this one in the win column for the Jets.
Hey, yo, fresh out the beta game in my jeans. Black, slap, what do that mean? It mean that banging. Have my hand out, let me hang. Hey, break down, stay down, look what I make now. Hit boy, earthquake, boy, it's a shakedown. I done so much work, they think it's fake now. Big fish, every beat is just bait now. Got rich, some switch, they try to hate now. Leave, I'm straight, I got a rake now. Need G's, cash app, been more PayPal. Turned up to the max, I'm finna break down. Flow water, big trip, boy, this a gray cloud. Highlights, ball is life, my whole take, wow. Big boss, hella chicken, I feel like Rick Ross. Why you going so damn hard? They got me off. These new can't with me. If I do a song with you, that's a luxury. Hit boy, work with you, that's a luxury. Don't step on my Crocs, D's.
You wanna try to beat the force, I wanna try to defeat the law. You wanna be with me, of course. Show you look a piece, wanna see some more. See some more. Soul gonna rise when I leave this corpse. Show you look a piece, wanna see some more.
mama need a mansion. Get cracked, put them in the. Can't forget the yellow brother near. Shed so many tears, lost 100 friends. Every time I see them, I'ma need that. Believe that. Label tryna give me feedback, tell me bring the streets back. Fans said they want 2015 Vince. Drop big fish, cuz been weeks since. Damn, tell me how you really feel. All I wanted was a couple mil, make the city proud, put it down for them, come and tear it down. What are you about? In the ghetto, I'm a Martian, crash landing. In the dirty apartments, stay shiny. I'll forever be the hardest, big time. Like the New Orleans, real shine. Like the Magnolia, city in the ghetto, I'm a soldier. Where they at? Get it, where they at? Get it. Money growing on trees, hanging on palms, spilling. Code 304, she don't want a 16. Renegade on up, make it. Buy your trees, no love, I'ma sleep with my Porsche 911, slide through the section. Gotta show my homies I'm on now. Both souls on the ground, never sold out.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League brings us to the Space City, Houston, Texas, and NRG Stadium. Stage is set, ball is on the tee, and off we go on EA Sports. Panay Wanwu now to return. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10. First carry now for Jahmyr Gibbs. And he's going to be hit and dropped behind the line. Great push upfield defensively. What a way to start this ball.
Well, they try to get the run game started here early on this drive, Mike, and they're just going to have to do a better job up front. There's really nowhere for this ball carrier to go. You never want to lose yards on 1st down, but that's exactly the case here.
On 2nd down, Mahomes. He's got his man, the tight end, David Njoku. And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield.
These are the chunk plays they thought they could get here against this pass defense. They thought the passing game favored their offense in this matchup, and I think we can expect this to be the case the rest of the game.
Gonna get that complete to Jamar Chase. Give him 12 on that one. They are on the march. Another 1st down.
And this is what you can do when you have one of the best receivers in the game. You understand that even if the coverage is not perfect for the play call, sometimes it's just as simple as, my guy is better than your guy, and we're going to just keep giving him a chance.
On the ground, this is Gibbs. He'll try to push forward. He'll wind up getting 3 yards with that one. Jordan Davis, the man in the middle, brings it to an end. 2nd and 7. Off the bootleg, it's Mahomes. Got his man at the 6. And he'll take it on in. And that is the way to start a game. Not just score, but, Greg, score quickly. A nice opening drive for the first 6 points.
Well, it seems, Mike, the hour spent on that opening game script was time well spent. I mean, to take the ball right down the field that quickly, right out of the gates, that's a pretty good opening drive in an early 6 points.
So, 7-0 the score, and set now for the dynamic kickoff. On the return, it's the rookie Xavier Worthy. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. First carry for Saquon Barkley. And a good job following his blockers. A gain of 7. It'll be second down. Now Daniels. Oh, trying to set up the screen, but that is going to fall incomplete.
Timing and trust. Critical elements of this quick passing game. If your target and the quarterback are not on the same page, it winds up being an incompletion and a wasted down.
And he is going to have a Texans first down. His defense unable to hold. It's a 7-yard gain on 3rd and 2. Once again, it's Barkley. Not much happening there, just a short gain. Here's 2nd and 9. Throwing is Daniels. That's caught. Saquon Barkley.
Really well done here by the defense, Mike, executing this zone defense, and they've got to be able to pattern read. You're not just going to drop back to a spot and just play like a robot. Based on what the receivers do off the line, the defenders have different rules of where their zones move to. Well, they had that one dialed in right from the jump, and they were able to stop that play really before it got started. I think this is one of those plays that when the ball carrier watches this back in the film room tomorrow, he's going to be a little frustrated with himself. If he could just have made that one guy miss, he picks up the first down. Instead, he gets brought down short of the sticks, and now they got a 4th down decision to make.
He manages to get the throwaway and completes it. It's a gain of 10 as they get the conversion on 4th down. Here's 1st and 10. Keep it in the air. Here's Daniels. Nowhere to get away, and he's going to go down. So after the loss on 1st, here's 2nd and 14. Working out of the gun, it's Daniels. He'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
Nice example there, Mike, of the quarterback just being smart with the ball, understanding it didn't quite develop the way he had intended. Throw that ball out of harm's way, live to play another down.
3rd and long, and here's Daniels. He'll try to run for it. And he's going to be taken down, but not until he reaches the 20-yard line. They'll run straight ahead with Barkley. And he'll plow forward for a gain of 4 yards. Here's a 2nd and 6. They'll throw with Daniels. He's got his tight end. That's Sinnott. This drive's going to continue. They bring him down, but not before he picks up 1st and goal for his team. On the ground, it is the rookie from Wisconsin. A short game, down to the 7. Second and goal. From the shotgun, it's Daniels. And it's complete to the sideline. Nice job getting both feet down in bounds.
The best guys I've been around, Mike, they have a sense where they can see the ball, but they can feel the sideline. And that's kind of an innate sense that these guys have.
And he's able to get the ball across the goal line. He's in. Now Jake Bates on for the extra point. It's up and good. And the Texans come right back to tie it at 7. Each team one possession, each team a score. 7-7 as they kick it off. They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And he'll manage to get this back only to about the 20-yard line. On the ground to start, they give it to Gibbs. And he's fighting and trying to get back to the line of scrimmage, but will not do it. This is going to be a loss of a yard. Mahomes looking to throw on second down. This one, deep downfield for Chase.
His offense is doing everything they can to quiet this crowd, and even though they missed on that long attempt, at least it sets the tone that they're going to continue to attack. They can come up with a completion on one of those downfield passes. It's going to go a long way to settling themselves into this game.
On third down, Mahomes. He'll get rid of it and complete it. He works free, right side. Jamar Chase. And what an effort after the catch. He goes all the way. 81 yards. Touchdown, Houston. The extra point by Sanders is good. And the Oilers will move out to a 14-7 lead. Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. It's Xavier Worthy on the return. A good return as he takes it across the 30. So they come to the line for first down and 10. On the ground, it's Barkley to start the drive. And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play in this opening quarter.
14, Texans 7.
Second and a yard. To throw is Daniels. Oh, he's trying to keep the play alive, but it is intercepted. Picked off by C.J. Gardner-Johnson.
This is something we see so often out of these young quarterbacks, Mike, is their inability to manipulate the defense. They kind of telegraph where they're going to go with their ball, with their eyes. And I'd love to see him the next time when he gets to the top of his drop. Look off the safety. Hold some of the underneath defenders from where you ultimately know you want to go with the ball. A lot of that just comes with experience, and
that's over the middle and intercepted. Picked off by Reek Woolen. And he'll be taken down. That is about the craziest situation you'll ever see. Huge gain on the play, but still not enough for the first down. Operating from the gun, it's Daniels. And he can't get away. They rally to the football on defense and bring him down for no gain.
Defense does a nice job here initially using zone coverage to take away the middle of the field. That's the most valuable real estate in football. Quarterback gets off his first read, sees some openings to the sideline, and him and his receiver are able to connect.
And they bring him down inside the 25-yard line. He'll stay on the ground with Barkley. He'll work his way ahead for a gain of about 4. Here's 2nd and 6. Running from the pistol with Barkley. And he'll bring this inside the 15. That's good enough for the first down. He'll drop to throw. The throw on the run is complete. And the Texans are going to be set up with a 1st and goal on a pass play that moves them down to the 1.
And if he's late with that throw, Mike, there's a really good chance a defender could have made a play on it. But he does a beautiful job. He puts the ball out in front of his shoulder, leads the receiver, and allows him to get upfield and pick up the first down.
From the 1-yard line, first down and goal. They'll run with Barkley. And that big offensive line, clearing space. He's in. A lot of big bodies down there, but at the end of the day, the one that mattered, the one with the ball, finds the end zone for the touchdown.
Yeah, once that back gets the ball, Mike, he's just looking for a little crack of daylight, and he's thinking, I'm going to run into it and just hope I come out the other side. And in this case, the other side's the end zone, and they get 6.
So back to level after the touchdown, and time for the kickoff. The return team going to let that one go. It'll go through the end zone. It's a touchback. They'll start this one with a 3 tight end look. They'll start this one on the ground with Gibbs. And he'll be taken down up at the 40-yard line.
The ability to be effective on first down, Mike, it just makes everything else easier. In the event you do have to face a third down the road, they're usually a lot more manageable situations, a lot easier to convert.
And this time they are ready for him. He'll be thrown for a loss. No big gain that carry. It's second down. Once again, it's Gibbs. And he nearly got free. But as it is, gain of 6. It sets up third down. Throwing from the gun. Here's Patrick. He's got a receiver. It's Chase. First and 10 now from the 36. Out of the gun, here's Mahomes. He's hit after the catch, and the ball comes free. The Texans have it.
We hear that term run after catch so often, and sometimes people miss that there's kind of a middle phase. There's the catch, but before it turns into a run, you have to secure the ball as a ball carrier, right? It needs to be put away, properly held, points of pressure, front tip up against your body. All of that is kind of taken for granted. Catching it is just step one. You've got to secure the ball before you become a runner.
They face second down and 7. On play action, Daniels. Now he takes off. He'll get a dozen out of that one, scrambling his way to a first down. On the handoff, this is Barkley. And he's just pushing guys out of the way, powering forward for a gain of 8.
This just shows why you can't count on just one guy to take him down. He's a powerful enough runner. You gotta have guys coming in support when that first hit is made. It takes a team effort to stop him, especially once he gets going.
That's caught downfield by Waddle. And he will get into the end zone. For quarterbacks, there are so many stats we use to measure a good season. This is one of them. 30 touchdowns. That was number 30 on the year. Here's Bates for the extra point. It's up and through. And the Texans have broken the deadlock as they move out to a 21-14 lead. The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kicks away. This one will be taken in the end zone. No run back forthcoming. And the ball coming out to the 30-yard line. Here's Patrick. He'll throw it on first down. covered on the sideline, and it's intercepted.
Drastically different things waiting for these two squads on the sideline as they run off. I mean, we can hear the defensive sideline celebrating all the way up here. I mean, back-to-back drives, they come away with the takeaway. Now, on the offensive sideline, there's no celebration awaiting. It's coaches looking to gather their guys together and say, look,
the ball comes out. And fortunately, this is going to get out of bounds. So no turnover, and it's actually going to wind up a first down. Daniels now going to look to throw. That'll be taken in by Barkley. An enviable spot to operate from. Here's 2nd and inches. They'll run it here with Saquon. And the Texans are going to have a 1st and goal coming up. They try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
The offensive line doing a great job opening these run lanes. They have been there this entire first half. And I think if I'm this play caller, until the defense makes an adjustment and takes it away.
That's over the middle and intercepted.
Daniels pass. Intercepted. They'll take over 1st and 10 at their own 17-yard line.
A fresh set of downs to work with. It is 1st down and 10. From the shotgun, it's Mahomes. Passing right side, and Chase has it. And they'll mark him down up beyond the 30. First and 10 for Mahomes. Escaping the danger, throwing and completing. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on 1st down. On 2nd down, Mahomes. To the left side, caught by Chase. And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield. To the air once more, it's Mahomes. Open man, downfield, Chase has it. He's got a touchdown on the books from earlier, and that catch gets him a 1st down. Mahomes now to throw again. Now he'll run it.
He tried to buy all the time he could, but when he saw that space, he quickly turned from thrower to runner, and he's able to pick up a nice gain on 1st down.
They'll come up here on 2nd down and 5. To throw is Mahomes. Oh, man, left wide open. Good play design there.
Just a really nice job, Mike, especially just staying poised. Pressure situation, you know how important it is to steal some points before the half, but everybody's in control. Everybody understood the situation and the clock, and they're able to finish that half in style with that late touchdown.
The extra point by Sanders is good. And the Oilers will even the score. It's now 21-all. So, a new ball game. We are all tied. Final moments of this first half as the kick's away. That one's going to skip into the end zone for a touchback. The drive begins at the 20. Here's 1st and 10. And they're just going to run it here up the middle. And he's going to be taken down as time runs out on this first half of play. Coach, thank you. Not a rest at the break for the defensive coordinators, trying to figure out how to stop these offenses as we get ready for the second half. Both teams look good on the offensive side in the first half. Will it carry over? We're about to find out. Second half is underway. They're going to be set up with a short field. What a tremendous kick return. From the 39, here's a 1st and 10. A run up the middle with Barkley. And they bring him down, but not until they get inside the 30-yard line. Unbalanced look here to the right side on 1st and 10. Here's a handoff to Barkley. He'll be brought down. Short pickup. It's at the 26. 2nd down and 8. Here's Daniel. A throw on the move is caught. And they'll work this close to a 1st down, maybe just a tad short. They'll try to run here with Barkley. And he is going to have a Texans 1st down by a couple of yards as they're able to convert on 3rd and 1. Taking off. And the Texans have got a 1st and goal. He's out of bounds at the 4-yard line. Here's Barkley. And he'll just get up inside those big bodies up front. And he's in. Bates now for the extra point. He's got it. And the Texans go up by 7. 28-21. Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. And no chance to return this one through the end zone for a touchback. They'll come up here, 1st and 10. Here's Mahomes. That's 3. 3rd time tonight he's been intercepted. It's the safety, Kyle Hamilton.
I think anytime you find yourself trailing in the second half, Mike, all offensive play callers fight the urge to chase those points. They tend to get a little bit overeager. They tend to push the envelope sometimes a little too far. Those turnovers, they only make the deficit grow, not shrink. Now, there's a lot of football left, Mike. They can still get back into this. They just have to be a...
And he did a pretty good job there to get back to the line of scrimmage as he's chased out of bounds. They'll try again here, 2nd and 10. From the shotgun, it's Daniel. A pass caught by Saquon.
Defensive coordinators preach all the time, play pass defense with vision. It's exactly the case here. They're able to rally to the ball, keep that to a short gain.
He's got the hook up there to Waddle. A pickup of 14 on that one. It's good for a Texans 1st down. Working out of the gun, it's Daniels. That is brought in at the 10. And he will score. A terrific play all the way around. Finished off by the receiver, who not only made the grab, but Greg turned it up and takes it into the end zone.
And that's the tricky part, Mike, that transition from receiver to runner. And in this case, he does it flawlessly. Look the ball in, secure the catch, and then get upfield and get yourself in the end zone.
Bates, good, with the extra point. And the Texans will extend this 3rd quarter lead. The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. Here he is, Tyreek Hill back to return. Oh, big hole, left side, inside the 20, and he's going to take this all the way back, 93 yards. Touchdown, Houston. You talk about a response. After the offense goes down the field and gets a touchdown, the special teams unit comes back to get the 6 right back for the other side.
And I've been there, Mike. You find yourself on offense, you watch your opponent go down and get a touchdown, and you're saying amongst each other, you're saying, hey, we're going to get the ball back. Let's go get one of our own. But in this case, the return unit says, no, offense, you stay on the sideline. We got this, and they go back and get a score of their own.
The return team going to let that one go. It'll go through the end zone. It's a touchback. 1st and 10. They'll start on the ground with Barkley. And he'll work forward for about 3. It's 2nd down.
He's standing down at the 33-yard line. A 3-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 7.
They'll throw with Daniels. He'll get that into the hands of Williams. And he's going to be brought down up past the 45.
Every once in a while, it just comes down to you need somebody in the huddle to just make a play. And it wasn't a whole lot fancy here. The quarterback just dumps the ball down, a quick underneath completion, and then really it's the yards after catch that did the rest. And that's what it takes. You're not always going to have the perfect play. You're not always going to dial up the perfect play against the perfect look. Sometimes players need to make plays, and that was a good one there.
They run on the jet sweep. They didn't fool anyone. Tried the speed, but did not get back to the line of scrimmage. After the loss of 3, it is 2nd and 13. Operating from the gun, it's Daniels. He'll go right and find his running back.
This is one of those throws where you're hoping you do most of the damage after the catch, but give credit to the defense. Once that ball was caught, they were on him quickly, and there was nowhere for him to go after the catch. And that's a great job defensively here on 3rd down. Not only taking away all the options down the field through the air, but when the quarterback decides to turn it to a runner himself, they're able to converge and make the play and keep him short of the 1st down.
They'll go. Here's Daniels. And he'll give himself up after picking up the 1st down. It's a gain of 10 as they get the conversion on 4th down. They'll run. It's Barkley. And not much there. He's back to the original line. No gain on that one. We'll try again. It's 2nd and 10. Throwing now, Daniels. A throw left side, caught by Sinnott. And that'll go for a gain of 7. And it's going to set up 3rd down.
The drag route, we used to say this is day 1 install. Every single offense in the NFL has this sort of route, especially for the tight end position. And depending on the speed and the run after catch ability of the tight end, sometimes it can lead to some of the biggest gains. The most impressive thing about this drive, Mike, has really just been their efficiency. They've just continued to pick up 1st downs, fresh sets of downs. We just saw there with that 3rd down conversion, continue to possess the ball. These opportunities to come away with points continue to go up.
Once again, it's Barkley. And it'll be brought down as we tick towards the end of this 3rd. Here's a 3rd down and 4. From the shotgun on 3rd down, Daniels. And he'll try to get to the marker, but he's going to wind up a yard or 2 short.
A 2-yard gain. It's 4th down.
They'll indeed go. It's Daniels. That is incomplete. They took a chance throwing it on 4th and short, but not to be, and they'll turn it over on downs.
You know, more often than not in the NFL, games are won based on who wins critical downs. Well, that fourth down attempt right there was exactly that, and this defense came up huge for a big-time fourth down stop.
He'll get rid of it and complete it. And he's out of bounds, very close to the 40-yard line. It's a big play when they needed it the most. It's a gain of 34. On first down, it's Mahomes. Nowhere to go. He is taken down.
Sometimes, Mike, your greatest strength can also be a little bit of your weakness. In this case, he is so used to being able to buy more time with his feet, extend the play, give his targets more time downfield to uncover. In this case, nothing materializes. Tried to do too much, and as a result, takes a big loss. The key to a good quarterback scramble, Mike, is knowing when it's time to go from a... to a runner, and that's exactly what we saw here. Doesn't get the first down, but he's able to pick up some really positive yards and then get out of bounds.
They need one right now. Third and long. Throwing from the gun. Here's Patrick. Off-balance throw. It's complete. A gain there of 15. First down for Houston.
And this is a tricky part of the game for any defense. You find yourself protecting a late lead, and the age-old question is, do you remain aggressive? Do you try to just keep the ball from being thrown over your head and make everything be tackled and played in front of you? That's what every defensive coordinator struggles with, so they can't get too soft here as they try to hold on to this lead here late.
First time they've looked his way all game long, but he comes through with the grab and a first down. A run up the middle, it's Gibbs. The hole closes quickly. He'll pick up about 3. Second and 7. From the shotgun, it's Mahomes. And he just does get that one away. He was being chased down, forced the awkward throw. Maybe he's fortunate that all it is an incompletion. Mahomes going to throw here on third down. He'll try and get there on the ground.
When you find yourself trailing here late in the game, decision-making is critical. Not only is he able to extend the drive by picking up the first down with his legs, great job by the quarterback understanding, get out of bounds, stop the clock, save as much time as possible as they try to make a comeback.
That is a gain of 15, and now it's first and goal.
That's a really important pickup there on that last completion. Not only does it set up first and goal, but allows everybody in the huddle to just take a deep breath. We're no longer in this frantic offensive possession. Let's get our best play. Let's make sure everyone understands what to do.
And he's in. A huge touchdown there in the fourth quarter, and now just a point away from tying the game.
And that's one of those drives, Mike, where you know your best is needed. Can you come through here late and give your team a chance? They're an extra point away from tying this thing up, and we got ourselves a ball game.
All even. Fourth quarter, everything we've wanted. What's in store in the remaining time? And he'll be taken down right at the 29-yard line. Set to go now on first and 10. On the ground, it's Barkley to start the drive. And that'll be a pickup of 3. On second down, it's Daniels. Hit as he throws, and it is incomplete. Just couldn't deliver that one the way he wanted to. Not really sure if there was much there anyways. We do know it'll be third down. Now Daniels.
So the two components to a scramble drill, Mike, is the quarterback has to buy time with his legs, and then all of the receivers need to second reaction and come open downfield late. And he bought time, but nobody was able to separate, and there's nowhere to go with the ball.
Daniels now going to look to throw. That's incomplete. Daring call on fourth down. Does not work out. And it results in a turnover on down. First down throw, Mahomes. Throw on the run is complete.
Here's a great example here of just not getting too complicated as an offensive coordinator. Who's one of your best players on the field, and how do you get the ball in his hands?
Now, second and inches. Out of the gun, here's Mahomes. Throw left side, taken in by Thomas. And he'll be taken down as the clock ticks towards 2 minutes to play.
You never know which play is going to be the one that sways the game in your favor, and that could be it right there. I mean, to set up first and goal with that last pass completion, now they can really take their time. There is an element of working some of this clock down. You know you at least have a field goal try, if not a touchdown. The last piece of the puzzle is just don't give the ball back to your opponent with too much time to go down and answer your score.
And he'll plunge forward to the 2, setting up second and goal. Second down, goal to go. They'll drop to throw. That ball intercepted. Picked off by Sidney Brown.
All right, Mike, file this play away. If they're able to hold on and hold this game out, we're going to look back on this as the pivotal moment of this game. Oftentimes, it takes that one big moment to sway the outcome of a game, and no bigger play than a pick deep inside your own red zone.
Second and 6 coming up. Here's Daniels. Carrying that ball loosely, and it is out. But he'll gather it back in. Here's a timeout, Houston. That's their second. As it comes with 1:25 left to go in the contest. Here's first down. To throw is Daniels. There he goes again. And Daniels will have the first down as he's able to slide and avoid the contact. Now they'll set up to throw. He'll take off again.
You have to admire when quarterbacks are willing to put their head down and fight for some extra yardage, Mike. Sometimes the juice ain't worth the squeeze. Get down, protect yourself, live to play another snap.
Escaping the danger, throwing and completing. And that's a first down. It will be a gain of 8. Texans going to use the last of their timeouts here. And they stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in the game. Now, on 2nd and long. From the shotgun, it's Daniels. Sending it deep for Waddle. That's caught! What a connection! He's down inside the 5-yard line. So, overtime coming up. Not a playoff game, so a quick reminder of the rules. Each team gets one possession. Four quarters could not determine a winner. We get back underway here in overtime. And no chance to return this one. Through the end zone for a touchback. They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10. Throwing now, Mahomes. Open man, downfield, Chase has it. Here's Patrick, he'll throw it on 1st down. This one intercepted. Picked off by DeMonte Casey. And the Texans are going to get it back here just past the 35.
So as this game's gone on, this secondary is just continuing to learn, continuing to remember all the different looks this offense has thrown at them. And now it all pays off. Start of overtime, they see one that they recognize, and they jump it, and now they set up their team with a chance to win it here in overtime.
On the ground, this is Barkley. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield.
When the offense broke the huddle in a line, Mike, I think everybody in the stadium knew this was going to be a run, but the offense is kind of saying, okay, line up, I dare you to try to stop us, and right now this defense has no answers.
That's caught. It's Braylon Allen. After the catch, he gets that forward for a gain of 9. A good spot here, 2nd and a yard. They'll run straight ahead with Barkley. And they'll take this down inside the 35.
2nd and short. Normally, this is a great time, Mike, to put the ball in the air and try to press the ball downfield. But in this case, they keep it on the ground. Has a similar effect. They pick up a good gain and a 1st down.
That's catch number 5 tonight, and it's good for a 1st down.
See the rookie tight end, Ben Sinnott, there on the 1st down completion. And, Mike, he's kind of a throwback in the sense that he can do pretty much everything. He's got good, strong hands. He's a tough blocker. He's elusive with the ball in his hands as a runner, and he can make you miss in space. I mean, at Kansas State last year, he led the team in both receiving yards and touchdowns.
That is a gain of 15, and now it's 1st and goal. Here's a run, and he's going the wrong way, dropped back at the 7. From a little further back, here's 2nd and goal. On the give, this is Allen. Hard running, close to the goal line, but they're going to mark him just short. 2 minutes to go here in overtime. Greg and I back to search for a winner after this. Can the defense do it again from the 1? 3rd down now and goal. And he's into the end zone. That'll do it. They win it in Richie. So it's a win here for the Texans. They had to work for this one. All even through 4 quarters, able to get the breakthrough in overtime to come away with the victory. And that'll do it for my partner, Gregos. For our entire team, I'm Mike Tirico. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. It's a win for the Texans, as we say, so long from Houston.
Two in, 2 up, back ends, booked up, look up, I'm flying, yeah, I'm free now, see now, society's time me release now, crazy, I'm finna go see now, big style, big deals, vitamin water, that's a big one, 6 mil, coach came to me like I'm D1, like Will, got 17 hours to the flight out. Only got time for a night out. So tell me what you want from me. We ain't getting no younger. So tell me what you want from me. We ain't got too long, no. You know I gotta catch my flight. You know I gotta reach new heights again. You know you run it up at night. You know I gotta get one life for this. Went through. J. Cole said it's memes and mills, but I'm the king and adjust it all. Really wanna wipe me down, I got more patience than a hospital. Sweaty better beef with me than never beef with life's obstacles.
Tripping off grades, I just be making up different reasons for my nieces. From my way I pick enough to keep it up, but ain't no thing straight, cause ain't no reason for this money to stay. Like what you want, what you want. I got Jesus giving money, what you want. I've been sitting and pitching this for a reason to cry, so I'ma say yeah, I love you, but keep a look on my eye, cause I can never really want you unless it's money or pride. So when I say I really love you, boy, just know it's a lie. Like I ain't mean it, I ain't mean it. I just need another reason for a sequence. Another bag, another season, another description, another feeling. Boy, got a game a lot, but I keep.
Homie got a pump cause he got no. Homie stay trippin' cause I got no funds. Homie got a pump cause he got no. Homie stay trippin' cause I got no funds. Homie got a bump with it ain't not fun. Boy, I got a bump with it ain't not fun. Boy, I got a bump with it ain't not fun. Boy, I got a bump with it ain't not fun. Boy, can I drop you your back's ass, I've been here from the start. A little snapback, homie, with a plug in his heart. Took these Billy Strum cards and now they rip me apart. Now they run around in circles like them kids in the park. Not afraid of the dark, there ain't no monster inside. I pray to Jesus Christ, homie, they just keep me alive. Why you keep it 53? Cause I've been wrestling with pride. I try to keep it like I'm Texas, got the stop on my side. At least I know I'm up, boy, thump. Like my name is Jumper up a pump. Boy, I bump in that Billy Sean. He ain't know, he ain't thump. He just grabbed the pump and made it go dumb. Got a pump cause he got no. Homie stay trippin' cause I got no funds. Homie got a pump cause he got no. Homie stay trippin' cause I got no funds. Homie got a bump with ain't not fun. Boy, I got a bump with ain't not fun. Boy, I got a bump with ain't not fun. Boy, I got a bump with ain't not fun.
I'm an airport baby, I'm too fly to count. Counting the cash, yeah, it's too high to count. I'm pretending with a fake, yeah, they too fake to doubt. Acting like they are what they not for their clout. They just suckin' my blood, they can love what you count. Flowing like water, three with the smiles, all the ops gonna pout. They all in the sewers and south in the clouds.
I'ma stay down till the sun, till the sun, till the sun. On the floor till the steps, build, with the plan till the steps.
Got no paper, told him quit the pocket watching jeans, ripping at the seams, holding on some dead foes. Schizophrenic with the bag, listen to the money. Nigga praying every day, glad to say I was broke. Tell him battle. Now I got my bands up, 1000 on the bill just to keep the pants up. Only on the real note, I couldn't fake what I've been doing. All my real ones know this me go riding for it. 53, I'm throwing up, they see the G and I keep it tough. Say she feeling little nigga, try luck. Say she love me for my smile, so I'm looking mean as mean. Seen his days squawking, so I'm keeping feathers plucked.
Boy, I got a bump with ain't not fun. Boy, I got a bump fun. Boy, I got a bump with ain't not fun. Boy, I got a bump fun.
One in a million. All right now. Since birth, I've been shooting from a cannon. Mid-flight, here to recite, I ain't landing. Handles like a vandal at night, you can't grab it. Fire underneath my hood is outstanding. Blast through a wall of bricks like Superman did. Ain't nothing holding me back but me standing. So I'ma take off right now from this planet. The new sound has been found in yo. I don't know what you've been told, but I ain't gonna stop till I break the mold. You see, I'm born in the music. I wanna rise in the ceiling, yes I do. I think it's time to see a brand new menu. I said I'm born in the music. Born in a million. Born in a million.
songs, but they learn to swim. Man, what a hell of a year it's been. Head in the bottom, but my heart in a case. It's getting harder to act my age. Play a sad song on a tiny violin for the man at the bar confessing his sins. I need some good news. Sitting here sipping on cold truth. Nobody knows what I'm going through, but the devil will walk in my shoes. Wish some. Get away from me, oh me. Still start singing these blues. All I really need is a little good news. Love keeps knocking, but I just stay home. I ain't picking no flowers from the seeds that I'm sown. They say it gets darker when you're coming on door. Still looking for the ride at the end of my road. At the end of my road, I need some good news. Sitting there sipping on cold truth. Nobody knows what I'm going through, but the devil will walk in my shoes. Wish someone told me living this life would be lonely. Try to get away from me, oh me. Still stuck singing these blues. All I really need is a little good news. It's a little good news. I need some good news. Sitting here sipping on cold truth. Nobody knows what I'm going through, but the devil wouldn't walk in my shoes. Wish someone told me living this life would be lonely. Trying to get away from me, oh me. Still stuck singing these blues. All I really need is a little good news. All I really need is a little. Something bring me back to the middle. All I really need is a little good news.
Yeah, run up on Big Glow, you won't, I bet your be on the floor. Big carbon hit like Mayweather, cooler come through and blow up. Got millions out there rap, they hate her, but they stole the flow. Got back in after back in coming, I stole the show. Don't run up on that bitch, she a head case, all she do is shoot. I signed my deal up on the PJ and hopped out a parachute. I'm geeked on next week, bout no more features, I might just stir at you. I'm geeked on next week, bout no more features, I might embarrass you. Yeah, Glow, stomp a little with some shell toes. Yeah, Glow, slapping, rapping, making bail. Yeah, Glow, two-tone Cartier match the nails. Yeah, Glow, no competition, these stale. Yeah, Glow, curving, no curving, my layers. Yeah, Glow, say they get money, but I can't tell. Yeah, Glow, keep running circles around these snail. Yeah, Glow, and my bumping up in the jail. On the Big Glow, where you been at? Mine, everywhere I'm working hard. Maybach and G-Wagon truck, got M&M's in my garage. Quick to crank up on you. Better not get me started. Locked in with the gangsters and players. My folks gon' keep it solid. Everything I got on new, it look like I got renovated. I'm cocky when I was just humble, they didn't appreciate it. Young, wealthy, and ratchet, I'm the hood motivation. On top of the world now, they tried to underestimate me. Get 'em, Glow, them fraudulent, you know you the truth. Get 'em, Glow, stop overthinking, these can't with you. Get 'em, Glow, standing on business in these Chanel shoes.
It's Week 11 of the National Football League, and all eyes are on Saquon Barkley. He's the NFL's ultimate red zone back and your leader in rushing touchdowns.
Ball teed up, Logan Cook after the kick. And here we go from AT&T Stadium. Kickoff taken at the 13. And a decent return ends as they bring him down inside the 30. So here come the Cowboys for their opening drive. Bringing them out to 4th overall pick, who unfortunately had that rookie season cut short at just 4 games. Good to have him back from Florida, Anthony Richardson.
A bit of an uneventful outing individually last week, Kate. A touchdown and a pick for him, but the lasting memory, well, there's no question about it. Walking off that field with the loss, that stings. No doubt he feels he could have done more to prevent that result, so expect to see a motivated individual taking snaps here this week.
It's intercepted on the first play of the game. Sauce Gardner with the INT. And the Texans are off to a great start defensively. They forced a turnover on the opening possession. There it is, partner. Tough to resist starting the game with a deep shot. I know you know that. It is aggressive, but also very high risk, high reward.
It is, Kate, and you know as an offensive player, especially as a quarterback, you go to bed that night, these plays are scripted. You're going to come out, you're going to take a shot. There you got to show a little restraint. If it's not there and that defense has the awareness they just did, boy, you got to be real careful to not give them an opportunity to do what they just did and make a huge play defensively.
They're out and set, 1st and 10. They run it with Saquon Barkley. And he carries it for a big gain that gets him down into the red zone. Give him 9 yards. He almost moved the chains there. It's going to be 2nd and 1.
That's a run that you'll take the result in the NFL every time. A nice play, a solid game, but it's also a run that you know and you may come back to, because if you were that close to breaking off an explosive one, you really break the backs of the defense.
And he works this to the 15 before they make the stop. It's a 4-yard gain, and that's going to get him across the marker and earn the first.
I don't know about you, Kate, but he sure made getting that first down look really easy. A lot easier than it's supposed to be for that defense. And I think they'll hear about it when they get to the sidelines.
And he'll pick up a little down to the 12-yard line. 3 yards on the first down play, and that brings up 2nd and 7. They kick the running back in motion. Out of the gun, Daniels. He brings it in. And he drives this forward to the 6.
It's not just imperative that a quarterback knows man or zone. Same thing for a receiver, especially on a drag route. When he sees zone coverage like that, just settle down, find the soft spot, and give your quarterback a chance.
He's got it. And this one stopped at the 3-yard line. 4 yards on the play, and that picks up a 1st and goal.
You know, they call that the money down for a reason, because you're just simply not going to last long in the NFL if you don't convert a good portion of your third downs. It's the money down. And nice to...
And he runs it across. Touchdown! The Texans parlay the interception into points. Saquon Barkley, the touchdown. Well, this is the continuation of one of the greatest scoring seasons in recent memory, Brock. For the first time since 2006, we've got a running back who's reached 20 touchdowns in a single season. Now it's Jake Bates for the extra point. Extra point sent right down the middle. And the Texans will jump out to a 7-0 lead. On now is Cook to kick this away. This is taken in at the 13. And pretty solid field position starting out here, Brock. He's tackled at the 29. Back out come the Cowboys for their second drive. And we only saw this group for one snap to start the game, Brock. So hopefully we get a longer look at them this time.
You know, Kate, in a lot of ways, it may even be easier to shake that first one off. They're barely on the field.
Yeah.
So it's really a second chance to write the opening series you wanted. Well, you certainly want those throws to be automatic. Every team, if you're going to be efficient, you got to hit those passes in the short to intermediate zone to effectively move the ball in this league.
From the gun, here's Akers. And they've got him behind the line for a big loss.
This is one of those plays that I wish we had the huddle mic'd up, Kate, because I can assure you that offensive line in their own way is telling that running back, sorry, we did not give you any chance.
Third and long for him here. Complete. It's Akers. And he'll go down after pushing this up to the 29. The rookie from Michigan, there that time.
Those little short throws, they are high percentage and certainly bread and butter. But they really run the risk of a quick tackle just like that and being stopped short of the sticks.
Hunter takes the field on 4th down, and he sends this one flying. That's grabbed at the 10. And the coverage team is there as he fields it, so almost nothing on that return before he stopped. The Texans and QB Jaden Daniels headed out for their next look on offense. And as we play through November, you can see that this hot start has continued. He's the NFL's leader in touchdown passes. On 1st down, here's Daniels. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up. Another try following the sack. Vacates quickly left side. Throwing up and someone stepped in. It's intercepted. DJ Turner comes up with it. Cowboys get it back on his 6th interception of the season. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. They'll start this series with an option left. And he gets him around 6 there. Tackled on that play by Isaiah Simmons. After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4. From the 24. And he's got it in the end zone. Touchdown, Dallas! The Cowboys pick it off and get points on the ensuing drive. Deebo Samuel, the touchdown. Myers gets the point after to go. And the Cowboys tie this game 7-7. Here's Myers now to handle the kickoff. Fielded at the 7. And the return sets them up just beyond their own 20. The Texans and Saquon Barkley ready to take over once again. And that front is... They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. Starting on the ground here with Barkley. And he found some running room for a nice gain. Just a little short, but still a 9-yard pickup. That's going to bring up 2nd and 1. Play fake here, Daniels. Here's a loft deep down the middle. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. Last pass unsuccessful, and they have 3rd down here. Running back sent in motion. Looking to throw on 3rd and 1. He's loaded another one up. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact.
Oh, that drop is such a bummer because it ruins the payoff of such a well-designed play, Kate. Got the man open, beat the coverage, but then you got to go finish it. You got to go make that catch. I will say, keep that one in mind. They could revisit that play in the future.
It's an 8-yard gain. What a great call on 4th down. It keeps this drive moving. New set of downs for him at the 38. Going to the ground again on 1st. And they try to power it forward, but only a couple of yards there. 8 yards to go. Let's see how they approach this 2nd down. From the gun, it's Daniels. Oh, he put everything he had into that throw. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. No connection on the last play, and now it's third down. They'll go from the gun with Barkley. And the defense gets there to force a small loss. Upping the tempo with some hurry-up offense. Daniels to throw on fourth. He's on the move. He's out in the clear. He wisely avoids contact, sliding down there, and that played good enough for a first. Markers reset, ball at the 37. First down, a run with Barkley. And they've got him down near the red zone at the 22. It's a great pickup, 16 yards, and now they've got first down. Shotgun snap to Daniels. And he's in! Touchdown, Houston! The Texans break the tie here in the first. Bates now for the point after. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Texans take the lead here, 14-7 in the first. On now is Cook to kick this away. Short kick here, fielded at the 15. And he gets across the 30 before he's brought down. They've got first down from the 31. They'll try the right side with Akers. And he gets absolutely popped to end that one. Give him a few yards on that run. It's 2nd and 7. That's the end of our first quarter. 3 more to go still on Monday night. Second quarter all set to begin, and it'll be Cowboys football. They've got 2nd and 7 to start. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. Last pass unsuccessful, and they have third down here. Shotgun snap now to Richardson. It's another first half mistake. He's intercepted again. And the Texans have it now as he makes the 20th interception of his career. New set of downs for him from the 46. First and 10 now. Here's Daniels. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. Couldn't connect on first. It's second down. Now Daniels to throw. He just got it away before the hit, but the pass winds up incomplete. It's going to be third down. Daniels now. And as that one falls incomplete, all eyes shifting to the flag that was thrown. If it's defensive, you got a first down here. And it's as we expected, partner. The call pass interference, so put it at the spot and give them that first down. They got the interference call on third down, and that keeps this drive going with a new set of downs. And he has it down officially to the red zone at the 20. Options are open here. It's 2nd and inches. Daniels escapes the pocket. He takes it himself. That goes as a 4-yard pickup, and it gets him a first down. Toss play to Barkley. And he'll push this upfield and earn them a new set of downs. And we haven't even hit the break yet, but already we're looking at this likely becoming a 100-yard game for him in the very near future, and expect more to follow after that. Now Daniels off the play action. Bails out of the pocket quick. And he makes the play at full extension. That's a touchdown. The Texans parlay the interception into points. Kyle Pitts with a touchdown. Point after up and good from Bates. And the Texans double their lead to 14. On now is Cook to kick this away. Short kick here, fielded at the 17. His return gets him to the 32-yard line before he's taken down. The Cowboys and Anthony Richardson headed back onto the field. And coming off the interception, a good chance to reestablish some momentum as they get set. Oh no, they get him yet again! And the Texans take over on his 5th interception of the season. Okay, Brock, now back-to-back drives where they have picked him off. That's got to be a worrying trend for these coaches who know how integral the passing game is to their game plan and their success.
Those poker players, the best of them, when they figure out a tell, they know exactly how to beat their opponent. This defense right now, they're reading this quarterback like a book.
So after the incompletion, here comes the second down call. Daniels back to throw. And he brings it in, but got too close to the sideline there. They're ruling him out of bounds. We've got third down.
Well covered on that play. Really? Window for him to sneak that throw in.
Daniels throwing on third. That throw's knocked away and incomplete. Fourth down coming up.
Any DB prefers a highlight reel interception to just forcing an incomplete pass. But as soon as he realized the pick wasn't possible on the play, he gets his hands on it and made sure it wasn't completed.
He puts some power on a deep one left. And that one's going to be knocked away, and that's going to force a change in possession. The Cowboys have it in great field position as they come up to the line, 1st and 10. They give inside to Akers. And he has enough room to gain about 4.
Well, I'll steal a line from one of my buddies, but I'm going to quote him. Mark Schlereth, 2-time Super Bowl winner, says if you want to run the ball, you got to keep running the ball. And that's a perfect example of it. Don't get tired. Don't get mad at gaining 4 yards. It's a run that can set up even more in the run game.
So after that prior incompletion, we've got third down. On the shotgun, it's Richardson. Catch made left side by Laporta. And he's brought down right in the neighborhood of that 40-yard line. First down now, ball at the 39-yard line. Off the play fake, here's Richardson. Throwing all the way to the end zone here. And he's got it in the end zone. Touchdown, Dallas. The Cowboys make it a one-score game in the first half. Point after up and good for Myers. And the Cowboys chop the lead in half. It's down to 7. And just like that, we're back to a one-possession ball game as the kickoff is away. Starting from the 5. And the return sets them up just beyond their own 20. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Barkley trying this up the gut. And the defense is all over this one for a big loss. Back to the line they go. It's 2nd down. Here's Daniels. He puts some air under a deep throw to the left. He had it for a moment, but a complete defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. No connection on the last play, and now it's 3rd down. Back to throw. Here's Daniels. On the move, headed right. He loses the football. And the Cowboys scoop it up. And they limit the damage on the return, but it is still a turnover. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Shotgun handoff to Akers. Gets it ahead, has about 5 yards. Junior Colson bringing an end to that play. Offense to the line for 2nd down.
the 24-yard line.
Working from the gun, it's Richardson. Pass caught, 9-yard line. And he's brought down inside the 10 at the 9. This offense in position now. It's 1st and goal. Option play now. He's headed right. And he doesn't slide down and he pays for it. A big shot sends him to the ground. Ball placed at the 7. It's 2nd and goal. Richardson. Flush down now to his left. And the defense waiting for him at the line, and he goes down. Buckle up. It's 3rd and goal. Throwing now, Richardson. And he takes it into the end zone for a Dallas touchdown. The Cowboys can tie it up in the 2nd after cutting into the lead. Myers gets the point after to go. And the Cowboys tie this game at 21. Here's Myers now to handle the kickoff. Return coming from the 6. He's brought down to end that return as we've reached our 2-minute warning. They're out and set, 1st and 10. Daniels now against a blitz. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. No dice on that prior pass. Here's 2nd down. Out of the gun, Daniels. He's going deep. He's got it inside the 10. And he does quite a bit of damage before they finally take him down. And I'm just going to say, Brock, if you find yourself mentioned in the same breath as Calvin Johnson as a pass catcher, you've done something right. Well, what he has just done is break Johnson's single-season receiving record and place the two of them next to each other in NFL history.
You know, Kay, we often talk about flipping the field in special teams, right? A kick return, a good punt. Well, an explosive play like that does the exact same thing. Look at the difference in field position by hitting on that shot. You've totally flipped the field and the tone of this drive. You know, how often do we talk about awareness, and it's always offense, offense, offense? Well, this is a great case for the defensive awareness. The ball went to a secondary ball carrier, and the defense was aware enough to cut him down. A big red zone stop.
The clock rolls as the Texans try to hurry their offense to the line. Barkley. And he's over the line and in. Touchdown, Houston. The Texans get some late points and the lead. Saquon Barkley, the touchdown. That one right down the middle. And the Texans break that tie and now lead by 7. On now is Cook to kick this away. Returning in from the 16. They'll bring him down on the return as he gets this to the 33. The Cowboys taking over on offense. Not much time left before halftime. And normally they'd need this out, Brock, but facing such a small deficit, good chance they try to get a field goal here before the break. This will be caught by Akers. What a hit! He gets flattened to the ground. 2nd and 10 now. Finds Mims. And he's out of bounds beyond the 35-yard line. The Texans bringing out an extra DB. 3rd down coming up. Now Richardson to throw. And this time they're going to get there, and they drop him. And the defense comes through. That's going to back them up and bring up 4th down. We've come to halftime. The Texans in unfriendly confines. But hey, they've got... Not everyone's a fan of the out-of-town scoreboard. We'll keep our focus right here. Let's get back to football with the start of the 2nd half. Well, if you love high-scoring games, no doubt you have been glued to your television so far. And no signs of slowing down as we begin our second half. He stopped on the return at the 27. The Texans headed back out on offense. Their quarterback returning to the field now. And he's been one who has wowed the league and made a lot of fantasy owners very happy, too. You can see he's leading all quarterbacks in passing here in November. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. Throwing now, Daniels. He lofts one deep, center of the field. This is caught inside the 15. They rip off a big chunk of field, and it sets him up with 1st and goal. They're going to run with Barkley. And he's going to advance them down to the 4-yard line. First shot gets him 5. Still a couple of looks remaining. It's 2nd and goal. Taps it quick to the receiver coming across. And he won't salvage that. It's a loss on the play. They've held him out twice. Here we go. 3rd and goal. To throw, Daniels. Getting out to his left. Into the end zone, but someone's able to knock it away. That's incomplete. Thought he had a touchdown there. And that forces them to 4th and goal. Looking to throw. Chased out to his right. Cut near the goal line. And that tackle stops him after a solid gain. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. Right up the gut. And he's caught behind the line for a loss. All right, here we go. 2nd down. Here's Akers up the middle. And they limit the damage just a few yards on that gain. Jabril Peppers bringing that one to an end. Looking at a tough spot to punt it away if this 3rd down is unsuccessful. Back to throw. Here's Richardson. And even on 3rd down, he sees no choice other than to get rid of it. Not the play they wanted. It's going to be 4th down. Dallas sends its punting unit onto the field. Absolutely crushed his first punt, and here's another huge one. Picked up at the 38. And he's getting nothing on that return. They wrap him up almost at the exact spot that he fielded that punt. The visitors are being led back out there on offense by their quarterback. And he'll be happy to keep letting it fly as much as he has all game. Look at these numbers. They show just how effective he's been in captaining this offense. Daniels on 1st down. He lets one fly deep downfield. And this is going to end up incomplete. He really aired it out there on 1st down, but just couldn't make the connection. So after the incompletion, here comes the 2nd down call. Shotgun snap to Daniels. Forced out to his right. And it's a nice little chunk here, 6 yards. That was Kenny Clark on the tackle. All right, Cowboys showing nickel set, 3rd down. From the gun, it's Daniels. Buys time, rolling right. And that's good yardage there with a new set of downs to boot.
As long as these are the results he's getting, they're going to be just fine with him calling his own number. He does such a good job of seeing the field and knowing when it's his time to take it himself.
Called in by Waddle. And he's going to be taken down a yard shy of the 25. He brings the offense up now for a 1st and 10. Now Daniels to throw. Finds him on the crossing route. And he's in! Touchdown, Houston! The Texans take a 13-point lead. Garrett Wilson with the touchdown. Bates tacks on the extra point. And the Texans double their lead to 14. On now is Cook to kick this away. Fielded at the 14. And this return gets to the 30 before he stopped. The Cowboys about set to take over. Their last drive didn't make it very far before they had to punt it away, partner, so hopefully this one has some better legs to it. First and 10 now from the 30. They run. Here's Akers. And he's into the front for a gain of about 2.
You know, they got some positive yards. That's a good thing. But too many plays like that, it just is too hard to pile together, get first downs against the better defenses in this league.
Into the hands of Samuel, complete. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a first down. New set of downs for him from the 46. First down throw here from Richardson. He completes it in traffic. And they get this down roughly to the 34-yard line. They'll come up first and 10. They've got a man in motion. Richardson now on first and 10. This is reeled in by Valdez-Scantling. Has some room to work. There it is. Touchdown, Dallas. The Cowboys shrinking the lead some in the third. All right, so the offense does its job, Brock. Now they need their defense to give them a chance to overcome that big deficit.
The momentum in the building's clearly changed. We can feel it here in the booth, but you're right. It's now up to the defense to make a stop and give them a chance.
That one splits the uprights. And the Cowboys chop the lead in half. It's down to 7. And just like that, we're back to a one-possession ball game as the kickoff is away. Returning it from the 4. And he's brought down just inside the 25 on the return. And the drive will start out with a first and 10. Daniels now. He gets a lot behind one, deep downfield. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. Just couldn't hang on through the contact. And now they face second down. Here's Daniels. He's trying to go deep again. That's complete inside the 35. They rip off a huge chunk of field as the downs reset. So the complexion of this drive has changed dramatically now. New set of downs inside the 35. And he has it down officially to the red zone at the 20. A new set of downs forthcoming. It's first and 10. Working inside the red zone. Got Sinnott. It's complete. And he's in. Touchdown, Houston. The Texans take a 13-point lead. Point after up and good from Bates. And the Texans double their lead to 14. On now is Cook to kick this away. Return starts from the 16. Tackle made as the return gets it out to the 32. The Cowboys ready for their next series. It's a new set of downs for him at the 32. Now a handoff for Akers. Doesn't get much beyond the line, a yard at most. Junior Colson bringing an end to that play. They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9. From the shotgun, it's Richardson. He's on the move. He's going to keep it this time. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. First down now, ball at the 39-yard line. Play action with Richardson. Catch is made down the right sideline. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a first down. Big play got him to the doorstep, Brock. 4 more yards now and goal to go. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And that sack going to cost them some yardage.
You know what I call that, Kate? Punch, and you took a punch, but then you countered right back. You give up a big play, massive play, but you don't hang your head. You come right back, you get a sack of your own, and you change the momentum as quickly as you can.
And he'll go down shy of the end zone. They mark him at the 4. So now, here's 3rd and goal.
A gain of 5 yards brings up 3rd and goal.
Shotgun snap now to Richardson. Escapes the pocket. And he will score. Touchdown, Dallas! The Cowboys shave some off the deficit late in the quarter. It's an Anthony Richardson touchdown. The 5th time he's scored, putting him just 1 off that single-game record. And he reaches the end zone, so the 2-point conversion will cut the lead down to 6. So here's the kickoff, Brock. Just 6 points now separating our teams. That's going to be taken in at the 8. And in the end, he's able to get it to what used to be a touchback. It's at the 25 after the return. The visitors and this running back headed back out for a new series. And I think we can agree the plan to keep him out of the end zone, it hasn't quite worked so well for this defense, at least not yet. He scored twice, really been the one his group can turn to for a spark or a big play when they've needed it.